All right, I can't believe we're live. We're doing this. We're doing a vertical using StreamYard. Now, this is what the people want. It's what the people need, I think. Ooh. Anybody ready for this? I think we're ready for this. I don't know. So we should have my boy Tim on here in just a few moments, but if anybody wants to join, there's a link. You can also copy the link, or you could write it in, one or the other. The link is in the description below as well. Let me see if it actually is showing up, though. I want to make sure. We'll see if it actually shows up. Hold on. Well, maybe. So we're basically Donald Trump's sons. You know, whoever joins us, we're basically his boys. You know, we're his undocumented sons, and that's just the way it is. You can't fact check it because we're undocumented, so there's no real proof, except for Mari. My boy Mari needs to do a DNA test, is what I'm trying to say. And hopefully my boy Mari can do the DNA test here really soon. Yeah. But yeah, anybody who wants to join the StreamYard chat, the video chat, feel free to copy the link. Now, it's going to be kind of tough if you're watching this from mobile. However, if you're watching this, you know, on like desktop or something like that, it might be easier to copy the link from the description. So there's a link in the description. You may have to manually type it into the browser. There is that possibility. Just keep that in mind. But I think this is the first time I've ever done a vertical one where I try to get multiple people in on the vertical chat. So it's going to be very exciting. This will be fun. This will be very fun. I think Tim is going to join us. Hopefully my boy Tim Smith joins us. But if anybody wants to join us, to be honest, more than welcome. This is your opportunity to claim that you're one of Donald Trump's undocumented sons. Just saying. We all call him daddy. We all call him daddy. It's all the thing. It's all the same. But really exciting. Really exciting. Time to call me daddy. But yeah, I mean, clearly with that voice impression, I've got to be Donald's son. Oh, no rush, Tim. Don't worry about it, man. I'm just chilling out, being a creep. I'm just creeping. But as you can see, we got Kamala makes me holla. This will be interesting to see how a stream with multiple people looks when it's in the vertical live stream. And the reason I'm doing vertical live stream is just because you get the most viewers one way or another. This is the best way to get viewership. I don't like doing this method of viewing, but most people are viewing on their mobile phones. So sadly, doing a vertical live stream is the best way to do it. I think the only people who really do this is, Gen Z and some of the millennial generation definitely love the shorts, and they'll be in the short feed and they'll see this and they'll be wondering why does this exist? And you know what I forgot to do, though? I forgot to add the appropriate hashtags. That's why we're not getting any viewers. Duh. Hold on. Let me, I got to generate some keywords real quick, so hold on. Usually the right hashtags and the right keywords typically get more people in, so at least help people discover it. Donald Trump. There That probably needed to be done. Let me take a look and see if the changes took effect. Um, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that should help boost the views a little bit. But yeah, it's good. I want to see how many people we can get in on the live viewers. Um, with me and my boy Tim Smith, it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Uh, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this world rolls, and hopefully the description change helps in some way. It'll be pretty cool though. It'll be pretty neat. But while we're waiting for Tim and on all the other boys, we're gonna see how many. Want to see how many boys we can get. 18 to 25-year-olds. No, but we gotta wait. We gotta wait. We'll talk about Donald Trump though and how great he is. I do think Trump is gonna win completely. I just, I don't. I just don't see anybody really voting for Kamala Harris. Um, First off, a lot of people don't really know who she is. And there's a lot of clips on the internet if you want to really find out what sort of a terrible person she is. But yeah, she's the reason. It's people like her that make me not want to vote Democrat because its level of incompetence, it's not even based on meritocracy anymore. It's basically like I don't know what it is, to be honest. She's the worst. I can't wait to see Donald Trump win. I'm hoping Oregon turns red for the first time in forever. But yeah, I'm definitely voting for Donald Trump. Without a doubt. Well, yeah, he's definitely my boy. For sure. I think people are tired of the communism and the socialism. It's something that people really are frustrated by. And I get it. I get it. People don't want socialism. People do not want communism. A vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz is a vote for communism. That's what it is. It's a vote for socialism and communism, basically. One way or another, government controls the central means of whatever. Now, there's something that really disturbed me today that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, or one of them, Kamala, I think, is the one who supports taxing unrealized gains. Now, let me tell you something here. People don't necessarily realize, for people who don't know what unrealized gains are, they are the money that you do not see from the value change of the asset that you hold. For example, if you bought a house for $100,000, right? And the value of the house went up by, I don't know, $50,000, right? So then it would be $150,000 in overall value. What then? Okay. So if Kamala is wants to tax the ultra wealthy, but even taxing the ultra wealthy on unrealized gains is a bad, and I mean a bad idea, because they haven't even sold the asset yet. You should only be taxed on the profit that you receive from the sale of an asset. Unrealized gains, taxing unrealized gains might be the most unethical thing. And if you think it's okay to do that to the rich, oh, it'll happen to you in no time, trust me. So, income tax is a great example. Income tax started as something that happened to the ultra wealthy, right? Well, over time, here's something that's kind of crazy that people don't realize. Over time, income tax trickled down the classes. So it wasn't just the ultra wealthy who were paying income tax. It then ended up being the lower classes and the lower classes. So if you if you try to tax unrealized gains on the ultra wealthy, it'll only be a few years until they tax unrealized gains on everyone else. If you think it's, first off, passing something unethical onto rich people is still unethical. It's an unethical law. To tax something that isn't even realized, that is mind-boggling. And another reason why I will never in my life vote Democrat ever. Democrats lost me a long time ago because they're not the Democrats. Well, they are. They're the Socialist Party of America. That's all I'm going to say there. Tim, my boy, dude, I was going on a rant. Did you hear about about proposal unrealized gains? Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, is that where, like, if your stocks are up, they just, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I'm just a little bit delayed.
Hello?
My bad. Yeah, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, unrealized gains, that's where they tax you just for your stocks being up without even selling them?
Yeah, so an unrealized gain is like,
Hello?
let's say
I
you
think there's
buy.
like a major delay.
Yeah, there might be a major delay, actually. Hold on, let me check my connection real quick. Give me a few moments, man. I'm sorry about the delay. I think it might be my internet connection somehow. Oh,
I'm
hold
DMF
on.
Stan. That's Dead Man's Fingers. They're DMF. That's a passion fruit flavored rum. In my custom UFC cup.
Oh, hell yeah. If you give me a moment, I'm going to restart my browser. I don't know what that's going to do to this, though. Hold on. Damn, I'm hoping that I'm not too... Am I really delayed at the moment?
I don't know. Can you hear me? Say yes,
Yeah,
and I'll know.
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I think the delay might have went away.
Oh, cool. Thank goodness. So unrealized gains is essentially, let's say you bought Coca-Cola for $30, right? You bought a share of Coca-Cola for $30, it goes up $20. And you don't sell it after a year, right? You don't sell it at all, right? You get $20 in unrealized gains. And then all of a sudden the government's like, we're taking 25% of those unrealized gain profits, right? And that's money that you haven't seen yet because you haven't chosen to sell yet. Like, realized gains is when you sell for a profit, when you actually sell the asset for the profit. That's realized. Unrealized is when you have gains, but you haven't sold the asset. And I've never heard, by the way, unrealized gain tax. I'm sorry, my voice is a little bit fucked up today, so I want to apologize. Unrealized gains, taxing that is so freaking unethical. It's unbelievable. It's just insane.
Yeah, it doesn't, I don't even like unrealized gains. That's why I don't invest in growth stocks. But then, like, being taxed on them, but, even I'm like that stupid, and I don't even like unrealized gains. I mean, that's money, that's money you potentially could have. That's like buying a lottery ticket and taxing you on the winnings when you haven't even cashed it in. Like, it might not be a winner. It's like taxing you on a losing lottery ticket.
Yeah. And here's the worst part.
Hey, but the jackpot's 25 million. Pay us.
Yeah, unrealized gain tax is the most unethical idea in the world. And here's how they're pitching it. So they're pitching it as, no, we're only going to tax the ultra wealthy unrealized gain tax. But you know what's worse?
Yeah.
Is that's exactly how they pitched income tax back in the day. Don't worry, only the ultra wealthy are going to be taxed income tax. Don't worry, it'll never affect you. Several years later, everybody pays income tax. The same.
Well, I read the original income tax from 1913 charged 7% was the highest rate, and that's if you made over $500,000 a year in 1913. The highest rate was 7%. And the other thing is, like, people always say, well, Republicans love the 1950s. Do you realize that the income tax in 1950 was 90%, that Frank Sinatra paid 90% on his earnings? It's like, that's what it was on paper, though. But, like, that was before all the deductions and everything. No one actually paid 90% income tax in the 1950s. Like, that's what was on the books. But that was just, like, before you deducted, like, 100 different things.
That's insane. Holy shit. You can't tax.
But again, I agree. But I agree with Ann Coulter. It's like, it's not even the tax rate that's the problem. It's what all the money goes to. It's like, maybe if it were used for something, like if you were paying all these taxes and you were getting something better out of it, like, I don't know what, maybe you're getting like, maybe they gave you free, maybe you get free furniture, free internet. I don't know. You get something at your house that you can use in your daily life. You get like free gas or whatever, but instead it all just gets set on fire. It gets sent to, like, all over the world. And even in the US, like, stuff gets wasted left and right. That's people's problem, is it's like, maybe you could justify it if it was being used for something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's just disgusting, man. It's like, how would you feel if you own a home and you bought it for $100,000, right? And then due to inflation and everything else, the price of your home goes up to $200,000. And you don't want to sell your home, right? But the government's like, hey, guess what? You just had a $100,000 unrealized gain. We need to tax you 25% of that. So do you have $25,000 for us on your unrealized gain? And then you're thinking to yourself, I don't have that fucking kind of money to give to the government because I got a fucking loan on this thing. Like, it's an unrealistic expectation. And here's the disturbing part about it. They're pitching this as if it's, it's for the ultra wealthy, right? Ooh, we're going to tax the rich, unrealized gains. Be careful what you wish for. Be fucking careful what you wish for, because if people out there, if you want this, it's going to happen to you in no time. You're all going to get taxed unrealized gains, and you're going to fucking hate your life. It's the most unethical, and I can't say it enough. It's unethical. It's disturbing, and it's one of the reasons why I don't vote for the Communist Democrat Party. So I'm sorry. I'm going on a Karen style rant today. So
no, it's yeah, I don't know. Basically, what they're doing is they're like, look, we got away with a lot with what's this? I can't believe you're voting for the empty suit Harris. Keep voting liberals, dumbass.
I think the person in the comments actually thinks that I want to vote for Kamala. I think because I have Kamala Harris 2024. I think people actually think I want to vote for Harris. Let's see. Kamala Harris can kiss my nutsack. That's what Andrew Gonzalez said in YouTube. That's what Andrew said. I didn't. I'm just quoting Andrew. Let's see what else a liberal bitch.
But what it is they like look. They're like, look. Harris said if Congress is president, she'll just sign presidential decree. Sounds like she's a dictator. That's funny.
I love it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, basically they got away with a lot in that last election where they stole it. And now they're just like, now let's elect an actual person whose dad was a communist professor. And we're bringing Tim Walz, who's an open communist. He got rid of all his assets. And it takes 37 mysterious trips to China, including his honeymoon. So maybe that's where his money is. Nobody knows. But it's like, so they've got, their thing is, this is a Hail Mary anyway. We're changing candidates months before the election. We're not expected to win. Let's just go as far as we can possibly go. And if we win, it's like a hole-in-one, it's like a Super Bowl Hail Mary last second win. And if we lose, we weren't supposed to win anyway. So that's why they're going for it. That's why they're just throwing out all this stuff right now. Like, dude, California California just passed. Do you know California just passed a law to give to make it so they're giving home grants to illegal aliens, which is about 2 million in the state. Listen to these grants: 0 money down on a home, 0 interest, and the loan is structured so that you never have to pay it back. You can live in the home indefinitely and never have to make a payment. California just passed that because they said citizen status shouldn't be a barrier to getting a home. So they passed something, which maybe they got a lot of empty homes because people kept leaving the state to go other places. I don't know. But it's like, that's a no money, no interest. Like, first I'm reading this, I'm like, this is going to make the Big Short part 2. But then I got to the part where, but they never have to pay it back anyway. So you're just basically handing out for free homes. I don't know how many they got to hand out, but it's just kind of strange.
Oh yeah. Man, dude, that's some wild information right there, my man. That's some wild information.
Maybe he's just trying to clean up the homeless crisis because Newsom's trying to do that now. Maybe that's his move. We got all these homes for sale because everyone left California. The state will buy them and we'll just give them out for free to whoever's on the street, which seems like a fire hazard. A lot of times they'll light fires in the living room to stay warm and the whole house burns down. There'll be rats everywhere. But it's like, I don't know. That's what his plan is. So they're just going for anything at this point.
It blows my mind, man. That just blows my mind. It's funny. I just gonna say this to all liberals out there. You get what you vote for, man. If you think that the last 4 years are all Donald Trump's fault, you're fucking delusional. The Democrats have had, honestly, the power for the most part, and what have they done? They've been giving all this money to Ukraine. Nothing is going back. I love the whole Build Back Better thing. It's like, no, you're just giving money to immigrants. You just give and you're also giving money to foreign countries that could easily go back here. We have a fentanyl epidemic. We have all sorts of problems in the US. And instead, our white guilt, I repeat, our white guilt seems to make us think that we need to give money to all these other fucking countries. And maybe I don't suffer from white guilt because I'm part Mexican. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. Let's see here. That's what.
Look at this guy. Jews just bought Trump.
That's what Abdul said.
What's the guy before?
Which guy? Which guy are we talking about here? Are you talking about Dr. Cigarette?
Well, the rumor is that I think it's Friday that RFK Jr. is announcing he's dropping out and supporting Trump, and that Trump's going to give him a position in his cabinet. So.
Okay, that's awesome because wasn't he going to go to Kamala's cabinet? Wasn't he trying to get into Kamala's cabinet or something?
I don't know, but he's because Trump is doing like a speech in Phoenix that night, and RFK Jr. is also in Phoenix that same day. He's going to make an announcement earlier in the day, so they assume he's going to like show up at the Trump rally and like do an endorsement.
Dude,
that night.
That would be a bombshell because here's the thing: we all know that RFK kind of leans a little liberal, right? That's why he decided to go independent, but he also realizes what the liberals have become is a total shit show. And he's thinking to him, and this is what I'm assuming, by the way, this is all assumption on my part, but I'm assuming that he's thinking to himself that, like, wow, could you imagine if I go to the side of Donald Trump on this? Like, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be great for Trump that he could convince RFK Jr. to go into the Trump cabinet. I think it's going to be great. Let's see. Eugene says,
"Did you hear Milo Yiannopoulos is now the president?"
Oh, go ahead. There's a delay on my end. Keep going.
Entrap me for the great replacement. I was gonna say, apparently Milo is now the president of Censored.tv, of Compound Censored, and now he's just issued a statement saying that due to Gavin's drinking, he's going to be issuing a breathalyzer test on every show, and he won't let Gavin go on if he doesn't pass it.
Oh, so Milo's back on Compound Censored?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it today, but apparently Gavin said he's the new president of the network. I don't know
that doesn't, dude. That is the most Gavin thing I could ever think of. he basically gets rid of Milo because Milo's too expensive. And then he's just like, you know what, Milo?
Looks like they haven't uploaded anything today.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't see any uploads today. They might have done the compound censored. That's Wednesday, where it's him and Anthony Cumia. But all I see is Isabella Riley, conservative hose must be stopped. I haven't watched that yet. And I haven't watched Gavin's show from. Oh, he has an interview with someone named Andrew Wilson. Who's Andrew Wilson? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Then
Let's see. I'm going to
he
put
had
some
2 hour
comments up on
special.
the board real quick here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Build up gallery sounds more like the biggest mistake, skimming history, the cover up, the real mistake. AI pack.
Abdul Hussein's obsessed with Jews.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think people got to stop blaming Jewish people for everything. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't know. Can we have a little bit of personal accountability, please? Like all of us. Like it can't just, I don't know. Leave the Jewish people alone, man. Let's see. Oh, Machinist may have a solution here. Machinist says simplify the tax code, reduce taxes, reduce the bloated government bureaucracy. Politicians should be held criminally responsible for lying to the people. Defund Congress. I can be totally down for that.
Well, Martin Shkreli said that, there's so many just laws in the U.S. now that you can really charge someone with anything at any point if the government wants to. They can just grab you and find a law to charge you with if they want to, if they just don't like you.
That's messed up, dude. That pisses me off a little bit. It's like when the government can use the law against you for whatever reason it chooses to, that's kind of messed up. That honestly, I'm not liking the direction that America's going, if you want to know the truth. I think we're going in a direction of too many laws, and you see this in the fall of great societies. Too many laws get passed. Government overreach happens a little far too often. We're seeing something disturbing happen. And we need to, honestly, all of us need to collectively take this country back. Hopefully in a peaceful manner, obviously. I always go for the peaceful route if that's ever possible. But a peaceful route is always my go-to. But yeah, anyway, Eugene says, I still believe John F. Kennedy was a family meter inside. Oh, I could go for that too. I can agree with that for sure. Eugene also says independent. You just proved my point. Talking about the revenge in the making. Let's see. They don't know what a good president is. The cost of ripping off the algorithm too much. Let's see. You guys are awesome. Make a lot of good points. Couldn't help. Guys are awesome. Make a lot. Oh, I don't know what that was. Oh, anyway. All right. I just wanted to read through the comments. Thank you, Eugene. I appreciate the Eugene, Machinist, and Abdul. Abdul, man, lay off the lay off the juice. That's a terrible joke. But yeah, I don't know. I just think.
Well, actually, in Canada today, we had someone sent death threats to 100 Jewish synagogues, and then and now people are kind of talking about that. But in where I am, it's we have a socialist party is in charge, but in my local equivalent of a state, it's like a province. But our election's in October, and the Conservative Party has now passed them in the polls. And we haven't had a Conservative Party in charge of our state since 1928. So they've surpassed because we had a moderate party, a socialist party. It was always between these two, and then out of nowhere, a Conservative Party came, and now it's the moderate parties they're polling at 10%. So everyone's telling them to drop out basically. So now it'll be, and then the Conservative Party can pass them, But yeah, we had some, but it used to be hard to send a death threat. You used to have to mail things, and now you can just hit an email, and it's just how hard is that? But I don't know. Maybe they'll track him down.
My boy says, so Anthony C.
This is Chris Horn.
I think he said he corrected Chris Hansen, but he said, this is Chris Hansen. I want both of you to have a seat right where you are. And I want to know, did you know that play was 14? Oh man,
We have the chat log.
I have the chat logs. She's a
You know what's
15-year-old
funny? I used to
girl.
watch that show.
Oh, so-
Yeah, I used to watch that show, and I never understood like how they got in a chat with these people, because you know, I'm like, first of all, it's like, where are there even chat rooms anymore on the internet? But what it was, I found out they would do is they would go on like a normal dating website and say, you know, their profile would say they're, I don't know, 19 or something like that. But as they start talking to someone, then they would say, oh, by the way, I'm only 14. And then if the guy follows up, then that would be like their chat log kind of thing.
oh,
But I was
got you.
always
Yeah,
just like,
because
otherwise, it's like, where are you just running into random 14-year-olds? But I watched that show on Rumble, Predator Poachers, with Alex Rosen. Do you know Alex Rosen? He's that bald guy with a beard. He's kind of a big guy. I think he's Jewish. He shows up at different events and stuff. He's the guy who shoved someone at some like vaccine conference one time and sent him like through a bunch of chairs. And then one time he went to a Hillary rally and started talking about Epstein Island, and they dragged him out. But he goes to that. But I don't know what he does. He finds people on Instagram and Telegram, and then start talking to him. Then he shows up, but he goes to their house. They're based in Texas, but they go all over the place. But yeah, they're always like, yeah, we got the chat logs.
that's too freaking good, man. Oh man, so let's see. Are they smarter?
Oh, we got
Ian
Lopak. Sorry, what do you got? Trump.
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry,
Trump
I was just gonna read.
Anthony C's irate.
Dude, Anthony C. I think Anthony C is another person who thinks that I want to vote for Kamala. I think because I got Kamala. I got to stop putting Kamala Harris 2024 on my. It's more fun that way, though. I can't help it. Anyway, Anthony C does not like us. That's okay. I'm all for Trump 2024, but Anthony does not like us. Let's see. I know it is like a lawsuit fist. Yeah, let's see. See, stop talking about branding your name just to win to your political opponent, blah blah blah. People don't like Trump because they don't like him, but they don't realize he was a better president. You hard-ons. Anthony C is just not liking us here. First off, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, this is the last comment I'm going to read real quick. For now. See, you will feed the government machine or perish. The government continues to grow like a cancer and engulf everything we do. What will happen as time continues is the worst imaginable inevitability or inevitable something. Anyway, and Eugene says, well, you got a point. And that's about it for now. Anyway, oh man, what do you think about those comments?
Yeah, what's this? Well, you got a point. I don't know. What are these people saying? People start talking about brand.
Man, I'm so sorry about the delay right now, man. I feel like there's a bit of a delay on my end, and it's one of our ends.
Well, you're still doing your 100 new subscribers a week. You're at 2.61 thousand, so that's you're doing about 100 a week still.
That's not bad, man. That's pretty damn good. I'm loving the new viewership though, man. That's kind of what I'm wanting, is just more eyeballs on the show, because we do an interesting show, man. Whenever you and I get together on here, I think it gets interesting because I personally I love your point of view on things. I just love your point of view, man. I could listen to you talk about just about anything because you got a keen mind, man. You got a keen mind. Oh yeah, thank you, Tim, for promoting that. Yeah, also in the description, there's a link in the description as well, but it might not be very easy to access if you're on mobile. You may have to type it in manually to everybody listening.
Oh shit, I missed that.
That's okay though. I figure if I tell everybody verbally, that's all right. They'll figure it out. But you know what? Honestly, I'd rather have just a simple conversation with my boy Tim. That's the thing. So,
ooh, Dead Man's Finger. This is my favorite rum. I tried to get the pineapple. They were out of it. And then I went to another store, and they only had the regular, but I would have got that, but they ID'd me. And I don't have my driver's license because I got it renewed, and they haven't sent me a new one. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, I'm in your system. My number's in there for points. I buy here all the time. But I said I had to have my ID. I have a passport, but I didn't want to walk home and get it, so I didn't bother. But yeah, this is good stuff. I'll mix it sometimes with like mango juice, ice, Alizé, which is like French vodka with cherry and ginger. And I like in my UFC glass.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, I was looking at Twitter here. It's like, just typical. But man. Yeah, speaking of the Northwest, I've been diving into my Twin Peaks Blu-ray box set. And I'm finally at the end of season 2. I'm gonna watch the finale tonight, which happened in like May 1991 or June 1991. But that took place in like, is it Squamish, Washington? Is it Snohomish? Squamish? Squamish? It was like Eastern Washington. That's where they filmed that. Man, let me figure that out. Squamish? Maybe it's Squamish. Yeah. But anyway, Pacific Northwest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. I'm listening. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of I was taking it in. Yeah, this is the roughest stream we've done in a while, man, with all these delays. Just because I'm trying not to talk over you, obviously, because of the delay, but so
Yeah, I'm trying to install a new thing on my computer. I'm trying to like upgrade the system and all that. And yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working. It's stuck at 80%.
Oh, God.
I'm going to cancel. You know what? I think it's my computer.
Oh, do you think that maybe because you're downloading updates is maybe because you're downloading updates or something, and it's probably taking up a lot of bandwidth or something? I think you froze. That's okay, though.
Hello?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Hello?
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, it might be better now. I'm out of the work system. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, maybe it was just taking up a lot of bandwidth if you were doing updates and stuff. If it was like downloading updates and shit, and that could have.
Yeah, because I had to be logged into my work system with like reroutes on the other side of the continent, like way back, like east kind of thing, and then comes back to me. So that's why. But
oh, got you. Okay, that makes sense. Sounds like there's less delay now.
Yeah, we get a lot of system update. I had to update my Adobe. Had to update a lot of stuff, but I got my I told you I'm going to the Pumpkins concert, and Ticketmaster, you have to have their app with the ticket on the app. So my friend gave me an iPhone 8 that they didn't need anymore. It's like this rich lady I work with. So she gave me her iPhone 8. But then I couldn't get it in the Apple Wallet. And I want it in the Apple Wallet because you don't need to be online to scan it on the Apple Wallet. I don't have to log into the hotel's Wi-Fi just to scan my ticket. So anyway, I managed to get it in the Apple Wallet though. So I figured that out. That was like a stunning engineering achievement for me. That was my Manhattan project, getting my Pumpkins ticket in the Apple Wallet.
Another thing you can do, so the phone that you usually use is your work phone, right?
Yeah, and I've got another one now. I have no phone plan, but that's okay because Wi-Fi works on it. All I need to do is download my ticket into the Apple Wallet.
I was gonna say, if you ever got desperate, though, you could always tether from now. Does your work phone have a data plan at all? Does it have
I think it might, but I don't really know what's going on my work phone. Like I mostly just use it for calls, texts. Mm-hmm. And I've called and texted all over like North America and the world, and they've never complained about it or anything. So I don't know what kind of plan they got. So I don't know, but yeah, and then I'll take pictures, and that's about it. It's weird because it's a work phone though. You can't like send and receive pictures by like a text or anything like you normally can. So if I want to send someone a picture, I've got to start up the Wi-Fi, log into my web email, like email.com. I've got to upload a picture into a message, send it to myself on my computer, and then download it and then send it to someone from there. But I don't take a lot of pictures because of that. But
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah.
but there's a big rail strike happening. So I take a train to go into work from where I am. So because of this rail strike, I might not have to go into work for a bit. We're supposed to go to the office 2 days a week, but then they're upping it next month to 3 days a week is what, we got to go in. My train ride's like an hour and 10 minutes long to get to where I'm like way outside of the city. But my parents have heard of my house. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'm just reading some headlines here. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez divorce.
Didn't see that coming. Oh man, that doesn't surprise me at all because J-Lo's a super diva, and Ben Affleck is just wants to get stoned and hang out with Matt Damon. So,
Yeah, Ben. Have you seen Ben Affleck's daughter? Him and Jennifer Garner's daughter.
No.
Yeah, she's completely out of control. She went to some like Los Angeles City Council meeting, and she started, I don't know what she was going off on. She was trying to bring back masks, like mandatory masks for everyone. And she starts talking about LGBTQ and people of color and most vulnerable, and everyone should have to wear a mask. And she was just like, she had like a crazy look in her eyes, and it was out of control.
Damn it. No, it's funny. I was doing laundry earlier at the laundromat, and there was this guy. He's an older gentleman, but he was wearing a mask, like those useless COVID masks that everybody wore, the ones that were like reusable, that don't do anything to protect you from COVID, by the way.
Yeah.
I just, I didn't give him a hard time or anything, because I would only give him a hard time if he was giving me a hard time. Like if he told me like, "Where's your mask, son?" I'd be like, "It's up your ass, old man." That's what I. But if
I got in vicious fights. I was on the train once, and some old guy. It was back when like masks were sort of mandatory on the train, but no one was enforcing it. Like the workers there didn't really care. So if you didn't wear one, they didn't really bother you. But some old guy comes up to me and starts trying to fight with me because I refused to wear one, kind of thing. And I just oh my God, I just called him an idiot. And the way like in Canada, no one really gets in each other's business normally, so no one got involved with just me calling him an idiot kind of thing. And he eventually left. But I went off on people. I was like vicious. I screamed at someone at a thrift store once because they kicked me out for not having a mask. It was like wild times back then.
Well, and it's funny because I got so many, because I refused to wear a mask a lot of the time, and I had so many Karens, like at another laundromat. Oddly enough, I swear every time it's a laundromat, is where the real Karens strike. So there's this one Karen. This is like back when everybody was all paranoid about COVID, and I was just like, I had a mask in my pocket just in case somebody forced me to wear it. Yeah. This random bitch just says, "If you don't wear your mask, this establishment's going to get sued. They're going to get a fine. Do you want them to get fined?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't really care." I was like, first off, the fact that you're telling me that I need to wear this makes me want to wear this even less. I hate it when people tell me what to do. I really do. If you are not my boss, if you are not my boss at work, or you're not my parents, shove it. If you think I'm going to do what you tell me to do, anybody out there, good luck. Good luck. I'm going to take my middle finger and I'm going to shove it up your urethra. And that's not directed towards Tim Smith, by the way. Just everybody who just jumped in, but it's
my attitude was like
massive Karens.
Yeah, my attitude is I wear one at work because you're paying me. But anyone else wants me to wear one, you got to pay me too. It's like I'm not doing anything for free. You want me to wear a mask? Open your wallet, get some cash out. Then I'll wear a mask.
Let's I'm gonna throw up some comments real quick. Let's see.
Back.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna read some of the comments while you go for a second. But Eugene says, "All I'm saying is not like it used to be worth. Things were thriving like it's supposed to be." That kind of slow down. Okay. And then let's take a look. "I tell you, politics and sauce, I'll get you fired up." Let's see. I remember those Czech groups That was back in the early 19.
Is this Eugene? Is he texting from prison? He sounds kind of out of it.
Yeah. I'm not exactly understanding what Eugene's saying half the time, but that's okay.
Is he in Eugene, Oregon?
Probably. Make it safe for colonial discretion regulated.
I think he's texting from Chaz. I think he's in Chaz.
No Trump all the way, part independent, a lot of Republic. Man, I don't know exactly. Dude, what is going on? Like,
I think he's AI. Eugene is AI.
Might be like a very, very, I don't know what kind of AI it is, but it's making me laugh. Let's see. Eugene says that's all this country's become. That's nothing but a lawsuit fest. Live life like you were dying. Wouldn't have it no other way. It's an appreciation. They hear you guys out there. Carrie do an amazing job. I don't know what's going on. What the fuck is happening?
He might be in the DNC. Did you see Matt Walsh? He snuck into the DNC.
Yes. Oh my god. So he just had like a fucking man bun on, and just had some looking like goofy ass looking glasses, and he had just a like a Kamala Harris hat on, and he blended right in, dude. It was awesome. Like he just kind of blended in. Oh man.
Yeah, he's got a new movie coming out. Am I Racist?
I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, dude, those people in the support group in the trailer, they all suck ass. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like,
yeah,
I love how they say they're so accepting, but they're not. They're not accepting. If you don't agree with them, they will call the cops on your ass. And the irony is, the same people who call the cops are the same people who say defund the police, which is the biggest fucking irony of all time. Let's see. Eugene says hello from Washington. Miko says tampon Timmy and Willie Brown's mistress. Nice. So Tim Tampon is great now. Fourth grade boys to get what tampon.
He's going all out on Tim Walz.
Man, which is great for physical education. Oh my god. Eugene also says, well, if you had that type of gaming computer, it'll be right on time. Who is he? Okay, is Eugene like typing in the wrong window? I feel like Eugene's like trying to have a text conversation with someone else, but keeps accidentally typing in to the live chat.
He might have fallen asleep on his phone with his face just like texting stuff.
Oh, so it's just nothing but autocomplete.
Yeah, I think he just rolled over onto his phone. I think he's passed out.
That actually is a very good explanation and is hilarious if that's the case. Oh, well, man.
I'm just looking at Twitter. Clinton accuser Juanita Broderick just posted a 1 minute long video of a compilation of Biden groping various kids.
Dude, that video's already out there. Like, no, but like, did they expand upon it? Is that what?
No, like, I think these are just his greatest hits. These are Biden's greatest hits.
It's disturbing. Like, there's so much proof to show that Biden was a total creep, but everybody ignored it because he agreed with them. It's so funny. If you have the same ideology as the liberals, they'll accept you, even if you're a total piece of shit. But if you don't agree with them, and even if you're an ethical person, by the way, they will be more than happy to get those pitchforks out and stab you. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah. Ugh. That's insane, man. Oh, my God.
It's nighttime in Chicago, and there's a Hotties for Harris party going on, apparently.
Hotties for what? Are you joking?
It features like, it says Plan B pregnancy tests and a bunch of weird looking people. Yeah, I'm looking at him now. It looks kind of weird, but yeah, it says Hotties for Harris.
Just when I thought things couldn't get more fucking stupid. I don't know. I just don't understand how people can, dude, everybody, news anchors, everybody under the sun said that Kamala Harris is the most, and this is back in the day, 3 months ago, 2 months ago even, they were saying that Kamala Harris is an incompetent VP. She's not fit to lead. And now all of a sudden she's the answer. Why is everybody trying to gaslight themselves into thinking that Kamala Harris is somehow the savior of the party when I honestly think she's going to be the destroyer of the party, to be honest? She's not the great unifier. She's the great divider. She might be the great divider. She is the ultimate divider. Nobody can agree.
Well, they're doing the right move by just hiding her and not letting her speak or go out in public.
That's making it worse.
But she's still got to give a speech at this thing. I guess maybe tomorrow or something, whenever the DNC ends. And it's like it's not going to be good. Like the rumor backstage for a long time is that she was like an alcoholic, like she's on wine. But apparently it's not wine. Apparently the rumor is that it's vodka. It's like Michael Malice posted a thing like Kamala succumbs to Russian interference, and it showed a bottle of vodka.
Yes.
Like next to him, something like that.
Oh my god, dude.
But the thing is, apparently she's on vodka. Like she slurs her words, she's kind of out of it. Which I
can see that.
She should just go nuts and just start promising like random stuff. Everyone gets a free puppy. Like just say whatever you can. Like, who cares? Just go for like a Hail Mary.
Do you guys think? Do you think that they installed her just to see how badly they could lose?
Well, I think they thought it's just it's a win-win. Like they're not supposed to win, so put her out. And if they do win, they have the most radical candidate you can possibly find. So
I just don't know how anybody in the right mind can vote for her. How can you take one look at Kamala, who everybody said sucked?
Well, her rallies. If you look at her actual rallies, like I saw one the other day. There's like 12 people there and then about 50 people from the media with like cameras and stuff. The only reason you see the ones where they're big, where she feels like half like a college basketball stadium, is when it's a concert, when like a rapper shows up. They're there to see the rapper. Like that's why. That's
actually brilliant.
Yeah. But just her on her own, the rallies are tiny. Like no one's showing up.
Yeah, nobody's there.
No one even knows who she is. Like they're going around the street asking people, like white people, black people, like, you gonna vote for Kamala Harris? No one even knows who she is. They're like, who is that? They're like, that's the vice president.
And for the ones who do know who she is, they're just like, she's fake as shit.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people wanting to vote for Trump right now. It's wild. It gives me hope. It gives me hope that people are not so easily gaslit by the media. And
I freaked out earlier because Trump was at his outdoor rally. It was his first outdoor rally since the shooting. And all these glass bulletproof barriers up now. So he's surrounded in bulletproof barriers. But then someone in the stands behind him like fainted, apparently. Some supporter. So he leaves the barrier to go check on him in the middle of his speech. I was like, no, don't. It's a trick. They're luring you out of the glass barrier. They're going to shoot you now. But no one took a shot at him.
I love how Donald Trump is honest. Honestly, I'm a little bit pissed that the media tries to paint him as this villain, as this Hitler or this Stalin. It never made sense to me, mainly because he's not the most ethical person in the world. I grant you that, but he's not evil. I don't think that he is evil. I think, is he definitely a sinner? Is he definitely somebody who's made some dumb moves in his life? Absolutely. I honestly think he's the most human candidate we've had in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I feel he's more human. Does that mean more authentic? I feel like he is, even though he's a billionaire, I feel like he's definitely more relatable than people like Joe Biden, than people like Tim Walz, than people like Kamala. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those people are not relatable in any way to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just don't. They always say they want somebody who's relatable, but Donald Trump's probably the most relatable candidate we've ever had. So,
well, it's weird, for like decades, everyone said, we want a candidate that's like a regular person. We want a regular person. So then they get one, and then they're like, well, he's not presidential. We want someone who just reads from a teleprompter, can't do a press conference. And like, well, for decades, you said you wanted a real person. You got one, and then you complained. Ooh, Eugene Pruitt.
See, Eugene says, you guys are awesome. I'm going to carry on, stay real, and be free. Hell yeah, dude. Get it, Eugene? They just love to keep feeding us. Okay, a lie. Okay, Eugene, you've got to be auto-correcting. He's falling asleep on his phone, dude. Do not sleep and text. Man, what are this country coming to? Damn, dude, Eugene. I love you, buddy, but you got to get like Grammarly or something. You're killing me here.
I found his channel, this Eugene Pruitt. He's got one video from 8 years ago that's a minute long.
Oh, it's probably porn.
Want me to? Can I share it on here? Will it share?
Well, give me you could try. You could try to present it, and all I have to do is approve it, I think.
Okay,
so
this is the one video on Eugene Pruitt's channel.
Let's take a look.
It's called This Dude is Crazy.
I hope it's not porn. So this is Eugene Pruitt.
This is Eugene Pruitt.
He's videotaping me. No.
Only 20 seconds in. What state is this? Is this South Carolina? Oh.
I'm not stupid. When I was in school, I had a 3.5 grade average.
What's he got? Oh, it's him.
Sexy video of him, mama.
And not me. What?
That's mine. That's mine. I got one too. Okay. Girl, don't catch your attitude with me.
All right. That was
suddenly his comments make way more sense to me now.
That's an amazing new addition to the channel.
So thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Eugene. Oh my God. And thank you, Tim, for sharing that. That was awesome.
I'm going to subscribe to him right now.
Everybody subscribe to Eugene Pruitt. He needs all the subscribers he can get. Tampon Tim just shoved this is what Machinist just said. Tampon Tim just shoved a tampon in his butt and is ready to party. After the party and lots of drinks, he will get a DUI and get fired from his job at the school.
Oh, yeah, apparently he got a DUI a long time ago or something.
Eugene, no, not yet. Just having fun with you guys. Okay, let's see. Talking about breaking out the pitchfork. I said like Frankenstein days. Nice. Alex says Kamala will lead the U.S. downhill even more than it already is. Let's go, Trump. Hell yeah. Even though when you're having fun with it, it's gonna give someday. Man, I'm not gonna lie, Eugene. Eugene, you got to get Grammarly or something, man. This is rough. I mean, you're probably a smart dude, but man, maybe you just don't type very well on the phone. I get it. I understand. I gotta admit, I fat finger just about everything. Machinist says you need to be inclusive and respect all genders. We get it. But then you force your identity politics on others. I personally feel like my kicking foot identifies as part of your rear end. I preferred whiskey. Is that the difference between Falcon whiskey? What a debate. The Democratic Party.
Whiskey. He's probably from Kentucky then.
Well, maybe. Yeah, that's a possibility. Let's see. The Machinist Democratic Party has morphed into the party of complete insanity. Never vote Democrat again. I agree there. Perez says he's what I call an honest liar. No trying to get my phone to understand me. Got your check-in. I don't know why I'm doing it in a southern drawl. Now got your check-in. Don't even remember that moment. It does not look nothing like me. It's really crazy. Thank you for showing that to me. I've got to look into that one. That's not me. I don't look nothing. Okay,
I'm looking up some local Coos Bay news.
Oh, no.
Sunfish watch. You had a sunfish wash ashore. You ever seen a sunfish?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, they're enormous. They kind of look weird. It's just like got a blob with two big fins. Near Seaside. You know where Seaside is?
Seaside.
Seaside Aquarium. A small molar was found south of Sunset Beach.
Oh, nice. That's actually really
Holy
close.
crap.
Nice.
Oh, here we go. Here's my favorite, the police blotter. Let's see what we got here. Coos Bay police blotter. I don't know. It's just a bunch of disorderly, unlawful vehicle. There was a fight on Virginia Avenue, 9:12 a.m. It just says fight. I don't know if it was domestic violence or if two people were just fighting on the sidewalk.
I wouldn't be shocked, man. Yeah, I would not be shocked at all.
I love these ones that are just one word. Like Marion Street, 11 a.m. fraud. Someone was doing fraud on Marion Street.
My God, man.
Elderly abuse on 14th Street. Holy crap. 4:34 p.m. Someone just went off at 4:30 in the afternoon and started beating a senior.
Damn, dude. That's the thing that sucks, man. If you're trying to retire and you live in the Empire area where like the Empire 7-Eleven's at, like that sucks, man. If you're an old dude, you're gonna get mugged. That's all I got.
That was North Bend. Sorry, that was North Bend. Now I found Coos Bay. What the hell is this? Oh my God, 41-year-old male lodged at Coos Bay County Jail. Failure to register as a sex offender on Evans Boulevard. That's a bad one. Disorderly violation of a restraining order on Schoenman Street. Criminal trespass on Newmark Avenue. Stalking on Southeast Ocean Boulevard. Someone was stalking someone.
Damn, dude.
Phone harassment on South Front Street.
Unreal, man.
Cokeville, North Bend.
Savage says Trump 2024, 2 ninnies. Sounds like the both of you. I dig it. Man, what other Coos Bay news do you see on there?
Fraud, criminals. Fraud on North Wasson Street.
What sort of fraud are the people doing? What are they like?
I don't know, it just says fraud. Oh, another fight. There was a fight on the corner of Bayshore and Pine at 5:58 p.m.
So what happened? So when you look up your news for your town or for the city that you work in, what do you typically see? Like, is it pretty tame? Like,
yeah, we had a fire. We had a bunch of houses burn down. Let's see. We got an Andrew Lloyd Webber concert, motorcycle crash. Actually, that's not.
So basically, so to everybody out there, we're trying to figure out whose city is burning the most. Is Tim's city burning more than Coos Bay, Michael's Coos Bay? We shall see.
We don't seem to got a lot. Fraser River Lodge. Here we go. Attempted theft at 3 mailboxes. There we go. Now we're getting interesting.
That's why
Multiple
you need
mission mailboxes.
That's why you gotta get locks on the mailboxes, man.
Well, these are ones like a lot of neighborhoods here will have a community mailbox that's got all like the different things. You got to go show up with a key. So someone tried to break into a few of them. 2 men in a black Mazda Miata were seen trying to drill into a mailbox at the intersection of Barr and Richards at 9 a.m. Mailboxes were also tampered with on. If you see someone, so if someone's trying to break into mailboxes, what are you going to get in a mailbox? Like maybe a credit card, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why people try to steal mail. Like, it's the weirdest thing, man.
Oh, we got new bus services.
Savage said, I looked up mine and said 2 kid touchers arrested during YouTube live stream. Oh my God.
Savage CRX. Man. Let's see.
That's great.
Oh, someone put loose glass in their recycling bin and it sent 2 collections workers to the hospital. So that's some news in my town. They required stitches. I guess they were reaching around in the recycling stuff that gets dumped into the truck, and there was a bunch of broken glass, maybe.
Ooh.
Damn,
dude.
We're getting another cannabis store, apparently. Mission Mayor. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of fires lately. Not that much. A lot of fires. Oh yeah. Some woman got arrested for racially offensive posts. I don't know what she said or who she was, but that was the story.
Wait, hold on. You can get arrested for posts? Are you talking about like physical posts?
Yeah, I think it was on X. It was on Twitter, and that's what they're doing in England. But this made news in Canada because I think it's maybe one of the first times in Canada.
That is so stupid. Are you serious? Like, you should never get arrested for anything you believe.
What's his charges are?
Even if it's
arrested.
disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, she got released and has to appear in court later. But the thing is, we have other people like Muslim mullahs and stuff here who have threatened to kill like Jews and Christians and stuff, and they haven't been arrested. So I don't know what. Like, there's a woman in back east in Canada, and she because I guess there's a lot of Indian migrants in back east, and they've been like pooing on the beaches there. Like, they'll go to the beach and they'll like poo in the sand and stuff, and then you can't like use the beach anymore. So she complained about it, and then they sent the police to her house like they do in England to ask her like, hey, what did you say? And why are you saying? And they pretend to be really nice, the police. And she's just like, look, I'm just telling you what I saw, kind of thing. So yeah, it's getting bad, but it's not quite as bad as England yet, but it's still, still not good.
Free speech laws matter, man. Free speech laws really matter. So it pisses me off.
But we are getting a surf park. That's where they have one of those fake waves, and you like ride a surfboard on it. I don't know if you've ever seen those. Like, they have those differently. It's like a wave. It just creates like one wave, and you surf on it. It's like a surf park.
Oh,
and it's like a surf simulation kind of thing.
Actually, sounds kind of cool. Hell yeah!
It's at a water slide park here, but yeah, that's what's going on here. I mean, nothing too crazy. I mean, Coos Bay is a little more criminal activity. It seems like in Coos Bay. But actually, the problem is I'm not reading the police blotter. I'm reading just the news. Mission BC police news. Here, I think this will, okay, here we go. Suspect sought in self-storage break and enter. Here we go. Okay, this is more like police news now, I think. Yeah, it's kind of all written in paragraphs, though. But yeah, it's more just like secure a large wedding in a hotel in Mission, called the police on July 30th after security guards were swarmed by 20 men who showed up to the wedding. The men became upset after they were told they cannot bring outside liquor into the event. The offenders started pushing and pulling the security guards, and one man also punched one of the guards. Police arrived and arrested a 23-year-old man, leading the crowd to start becoming aggressive towards the police as well. The investigation is ongoing. So there you go. That's what's going on.
Damn, dude. Damn.
And also homeless people fighting. Listen to this one. Some homeless people were fighting each other outside the homeless shelter. The victim had been in an argument with another man when he was approached by two other men and a woman who were known to the victim. The woman reportedly swung an axe at the victim, striking him in the arm, while another man threw a second axe at him. It was two axes in this attack. The offenders then ran off while the victim sought medical attention. He was transported to the hospital with significant injury to his arm. One of the offenders arrested. The female offender, the rest of the following, charged of assault with a weapon. So yeah, people are throwing axes lately.
What the fuck? Damn, I thought I thought Coos Bay was bad. Maybe your town's just as bad as mine. I don't know.
Well, we got it all like down to one street. There's one street that's bad. That's where the homeless shelter is. Mm-hmm. But they're removing that homeless shelter. It was a hotel. They're gonna demolish that hotel. But the thing is, they're putting all the homeless in some like housing project they built. But I think it's like, an extra block closer to me, but it's still kind of far away. But what's that going to do? They're just going to axe each other in this apartment thing. So I don't know. But at least they're off the main. See, all the shopping is on that main street, and that's where the homeless shelter is. So at least I'll be away from there. Because it's rough now. Like, you go down there, all the bus stops smell like urine, and there's just like people shuffling around. It's like really creepy. So.
Damn, man. Fuck.
Oh yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on there. But man, let's see what's going on X. Let's see what's going on in some news. But yeah, I've been going to the gym a lot. I was kind of tired today. I'll go tomorrow, but I'm hitting it 3 days a week. And then as we get closer to the Pumpkins concert, then we're starting like, okay, then I got to get a haircut, maybe like a teeth cleaning. But my new thing at the gym is just more weight every time. Let's see how far it can go. Like
You gotta look good.
if I'm on the chest press, I start at like 130. Next week 140. Next week 150. Next time I go, I'm up to 160. And let's just keep 10 pounds every time. Keep going. How far can I go until I roll into Vegas ready to go? Then I'm all muscled up.
That's smart, man. I dig it. You got to look good for your boy, Billy. What's the name? Billy Corgan or something like that, or
yeah. Actually, their show tonight in St. Louis. They're having wrestling before because Billy owns a wrestling thing. So they're doing wrestling and then they're taking the ring down and then doing a show.
Oh, that's sick as hell. Hell yeah.
But I told you I might meet up with my dad in Vegas. Did I tell you that?
Dude, get it, man.
He bought tickets. Him and his wife have tickets, but he might have a job starting around then, so he doesn't know. It's not 100%. But yeah, I haven't seen him since like the year 2000, I think. So it's been like 24 years. But
it'll be cool for you guys to be able to reconnect and shit. That's badass. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I might be able to get into the mansion. I told you about his mansion, right?
Yeah, I remember.
I showed it to you, right?
Yeah, I remember you were showing me some pictures. I think
I showed you the video, right?
Yeah, via email. Yeah, I didn't want to show it on here or anything like that because I don't want his privacy to get don't want people to find out where he lives and then stalk.
You want to see it really quick?
On here?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a real estate video from a few years ago when he had it for sale.
Well, but, I mean, as long as it doesn't have his address on there, I just don't want him to like.
Well, he doesn't have the he's not in the video. Here, I'll go past the part where it kind of does have his address.
Yeah, I just would. I'd rather avoid. I don't know. I just want to avoid that for his own sake,
Yeah, you're right. What if someone sees that and writes him a letter or something?
Yeah, we don't want any creepers. We don't know what kind of people watch my show, to be honest. So,
but anyway, it's a mansion.
But I do remember you showing me I remember you like linking me to a video or something like that, which was really dope, and it was pretty awesome. But yeah, I just want to respect his privacy on that one, just for the house purposes and stuff, and just in case, you never know. Even though my channel's not super duper big, you just never know. But yeah, no, it was. I remember seeing the photos. It was a good looking mansion, by the way. That was a sexy mansion. Oh, holy shit! Did he ever have like a squatter problem?
No, well, their mansion is in it's in a gated community that's surrounded by a giant wall, and it's 24-hour security. You can't even get in there. Like you've got to like if like this one real estate agent was just kind of trying to show the neighborhood, and he had to like know someone who could get him in, like talk to security and everything. You can't just like drive around in there. So this guy, how does a hamburger introduce his new girlfriend? Meet Patty. Let's look up this guy, the Savage guy. Let me see what his channel's doing.
I like his Kermit the Frog avatar. It's pretty sexy.
Yeah, let me see what's going on with the Savage CRX. I typed that in, a bunch of cars came up. Okay, I got to put quotes around it. The Honda CRX came up when I typed in his name. Where's Savage CRX? It's a fake name.
It might. I mean, it might be. It's possible.
I don't see him on here.
Sometimes people don't have their because usually it'll be like youtube.com/@ whatever their handle is. So their handle may not be displayed publicly on live chat. There is that possibility.
Yeah, I don't see a Savage CRX. That's too bad.
That's okay. Maybe Savage CRX will be nice enough to put his
How about Perez Pepito?
I don't know why, but when I see Kermit the Frog, I think of Jordan Peterson now. Like, or whatever. You gotta clean your room, Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy, can you please clean your room?
Yeah, I haven't followed Jordan Peterson in a while. What's he doing?
Every now and then I see him like do an interview on a show, and I get kind of curious, so I like to see what he's talking about. But it is kind of the same old that he talks about. And granted, the stuff he says is accurate. Have personal responsibility. I agree with that. He says the main stuff he usually says. Make sure that you're, embracing the monster that you are, but like, be in control of it, that sort of thing. clean your room. You know, you gotta clean your room, and I don't know why I'm crying. I'm crying because Savage CRX made me sad. Just
Yeah,
all these YouTube commenters are just really mean.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson. How many followers is he up to on YouTube? He's got I'm gonna say 2 million, 8.2 million. So he's got a lot.
Peterson's got 8.2 million. Damn, dude. That man has.
But his videos aren't getting a lot. Like his latest one's like 70,000, 100,000. He did get one, Douglas Murray, though, 1.5 million 5 days ago. So he's getting a lot of views.
I think the only thing that pissed me off is that he joined forces with the Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro. I'm not the only person that I like on the Daily Wire is like what's his name, Matt Walsh. Yeah. That's it. Like Matt Walsh is pretty funny for the most part. Everybody like Ben Shapiro just he's frustrating to me. Like I don't know. There's just something about him. He seems kind of weaselly. I don't know if it's maybe just because the way he talks. I don't know if that's it, but because he does speak pretty fast, he does seem kind of shystery, and it's probably just his style. But his style of speaking. But I don't know. The whole Candace Owens thing that happened, I just felt like I mean, Candace Owens, I'm not going to lie. She's kind of a little bit of a drama queen sometimes. But so I don't know. Maybe both of them were. I think both of them are probably at fault for the whole situation that they were in with each other. I honestly felt that Candace did not fit in there only because she has less of a filter than anybody else on that network. I feel like they're kind of milk toast right wing, you know? They're kind of like G-rated right wing stuff, and Candace is like Candace makes a lot of good points. I love Candace Owens, to be honest. I think she's fantastic. But I felt like because the Daily Wire is so, in my opinion, kind of boring sometimes. Jeremy Boring, speaking of boring, is the main guy there. So I don't know. It just seems like a weird operation. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I don't know. They they had her on there. They gave her a show. It was weird because it had a studio audience, like an 80s talk show. Yeah. And then she would just have like guests on, and it was like about politics. I don't know. It's hard to do anything like that now. Like, you know, it's weird because it was a show with a studio audience, but normally shows like that are either there's going to be celebrities like Colbert or something. Yeah. Or, but, you know, I don't know. I guess John Oliver. See, I don't watch late night TV anymore because it's all just awful. I used to watch it religiously. I knew everything about Letterman, Conan, Ferguson. I watched a little Leno.
That's because late night used to be good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, for Craig Ferguson, in my opinion, is the GOAT. In my opinion, the greatest of all time when it comes to late night. I always loved watching his show. Conan O'Brien is a savage, total savage. I love him. Yeah, so it's definitely Letterman was pretty good back in the day for sure. Yeah, once they got like Jimmy Kimmel and Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, and there's one other guy. He used to be on SNL. I can't remember what his name is. They're all cringy.
Yeah,
they're all cringy. Yeah, they're not funny. They all just hate Trump, and they're all very grumpy about it. It's not good late night TV. Like hating Trump doesn't make you funny, you know. It doesn't make you a good host. It just means that you're an angry bastard. You know, that's about
That's a weird thing. It's like I don't understand who watches them. The thing is, like, their YouTube and stuff gets a lot of hits, but that's because it's promoted on the page. And so if you're just a random person scrolling through YouTube, it's gonna pop up like where other stuff won't. That's like if I go to YouTube and I'm not logged into my account, then that's what pops up is like Colbert and John Oliver and all this stuff. That's like their default setting on that website. But if I'm logged in, it doesn't pop up because they know I don't click on it, I guess. But so it's pushed a lot. That's why it seems to get a lot of views. But I always think it's weird for like seniors and people that watch TV a lot their whole life. when things were normal, to suddenly like you're watching the same Late Show that was Letterman and everything before, but now it's this guy, and it's just him talking about politics the whole time. Like Letterman didn't really talk about politics, like he'd talk about it, but it was just to make jokes about like anyone, whatever was funny that week. He didn't really push anything too much. Same with Conan, he rarely talked about any politics and rarely had any politicians on. But now that's all they talk about is just like, I don't know. Why would I stay up till 12:30 at night to watch this? It's not funny. I don't learn anything. It's just like, it's just ridiculous.
What's funny though is Jon Stewart used to be tolerable. Like, the Daily Show back in the day, even political shows used to be all right. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like the Daily Show was a decent show. It still leaned pretty left, but it was still pretty good about making fun of everybody.
Well, it leaned left, but it got big during a time when like Republicans were kind of in charge. So it kind of, you saw it more as just like going after power. But then when Democrats took control, you assumed that, no, okay, what it's going to be now is they'll go after whoever's in power now. But they didn't do that. They're just like, oh, okay, so then it was all fake the whole time. None of it was real, so you were just like kind of leftist. But it's still, though, like it was a lot more moderate. It was a lot closer to what the Daily Wire is now, which is more just like they kind of just want like a middle America kind of thing. That's kind of what Jon Stewart seemed like kind of was a lot of the time. But then now he's horrible. Now he's just a complete and total shill.
Yeah.
He feels horrible. Well, Gavin's theory is that I think it was the Emmys one year, the Daily Show won like best show or best writing or something like that. So all their writers get on stage to get the award. And it was like 30 guys and it was like 30 white guys got on stage to get the award. And apparently like that was really embarrassing for them. So then after that, Jon Stewart snapped and he's like, okay, I'm going to do 100% like minority issues now. And I'm going to go like extreme leftist because he was really upset about all his writers being white or something like that. So apparently that's what happened. And now he's just never been the same. But yeah, I know he's hosting the Daily Show again because they couldn't get anyone else, I guess. So they brought him back because Trevor Noah left. And
Trevor Noah sucked. Like I feel like he played the race card a little too much. There are people like, don't get me wrong. I on this show like to remind all the left-wing people that I am Mexican. Barely. But I'm Mexican. But I don't play it all the time. I felt like my boy Trevor Noah played the race card a little too much and was too racially focused. That's a problem. Not a big fan of racially focused stuff. I really am not. Like, I only mention I'm Mexican when it's convenient for me. I'll admit that when it's convenient for me. And I don't know. I just felt like it was a little too cray-cray.
Yeah, it's just, but yeah, that's what Trevor Noah was like. And it's like, they all just seem like complete shills. Like there's no thought into anything they're saying. You know what? The problem, you don't watch the show because one, it's not comedy first like it used to be. It's politics first. And you already know what they're going to say on any issue. Like if they ever were going to say something surprising, then I might watch. But you know what they're going to say, and it's not funny. So why would you stay up till midnight to watch it? It doesn't make any sense, I used to stay up. I'd watch Conan. I watched whatever came on after Conan. It was like Carson Daly for a while. They have like late different shows and stuff. I used to stay up all the time. It was awesome. I love that stuff. And now it's dead. But it saved me a lot of time in life because I used to love watching them. Now like entire chunks of my night I've gotten back now. So.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's kind of tough for me to watch TV in general. However, I was thinking about using Pluto TV more often to watch like Star Trek because I hear they have high quality episodes of Star Trek they play and they have multiple channels on Pluto TV. So if you get bored and you're looking for TV to watch, Pluto TV is pretty cool. I got to admit.
I don't have cable, but my new smart TV I bought, it's got a bunch of stuff installed in it. And like I've got a 24-hour Dog the Bounty Hunter channel. I've got an intervention channel. Well,
Pluto TV is not cable. It's a website. It's like a streaming website, but it's formatted in the same way that TV is, where there's channels and there's episodes of shows that are in certain time slots. Yeah. So it feels like TV. It's kind of nice. You know what I mean? Like it feels like you're
Right.
it feels like you're I don't know. It's like having cable without having cable, if that makes sense. You don't have to you could stream whatever show there's multiple channels and it's all free. There's advertisements that are played, but it's all free though, which is nice.
That's the thing. There's so many streaming things now. Like I don't watch a lot of TV anymore anyway. I don't really like TV shows. I just find they're kind of a slog. It's a long thing. I'll watch them socially, like if a bunch of people I know are all watching something, or you're in a relationship or something. But on my own, I don't really watch them. But yeah, so I don't really pay for anything like that. But there's so much free stuff. If all you want to do is look at something, you can go to Tubi TV. They've got 1,000 movies on there. You can go to anything. You can go to YouTube. You can go wherever you want, and it's all just free. So like I don't understand like Disney Plus, Netflix. Why would you pay for all this crap? And it's like, and why even get cable? The shows on there are awful. Maybe for sports, I can see sports because the picture quality is better. Maybe I'll get that someday to watch sports. But I had that before. But then I got so mad over, I can't remember what I got mad about. I don't know. But I used to buy the UFC pay-per-views and watch them there. But we'll see. I might get it again. We'll see what happens. But other than sports, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of the stuff that I do these days is like pretty much just I don't even watch TV. I've got no streaming services, so it's like I'm pretty much just watching YouTube. Yeah. And even then, I'm usually just reading books, or if I am on YouTube, I'm usually watching tutorials on something. It's just never-ending education. I'm just a big nerd, so at the end of the day, I'm just a nerdy guy who loves I read for information. I don't read for pleasure, but then again, reading for information is pleasurable to me, so I'm able to get off by reading,
Yeah,
basically knowledge books are my romance novels. And it's kind of it's kind of tough. I think I was so used to not having television or streaming services for a while that it's kind of tough for me to want to watch TV and stuff like that again. You know what I mean? To watch streaming services. It just, the desire is no longer there for me. It just feels gone, and like kudos to people who still love that sort of stuff. I just, a lot of the shows are predictable,
Well, I feel like it's something if you're retired and you've got all day, I don't know, stream it up and watch a bunch of shows, I guess. But if you're trying to, you're still trying to build things up. Like you're building new skills. You're like taking courses. You're trying to get to somewhere. Like, why would you spend like 15 hours a week watching like random shows? That's all just the same show. It's all just soap opera drama. Who's on whose side? Who's backstabbing who? Like, what does it have to do with your life?
Yeah, it's funny because even when I'm off work, I'm still working. Usually I'm either doing DoorDash or I'm doing YouTube stuff, like making YouTube videos.
I will say, you got a phone.
Oh, hold on. My mom's calling me real quick.
All
One
right.
moment. I'll be right back. All right, back. Sorry about that. Yeah, my mom was calling me. Just a quick update. So the good news is, like, they're almost home, which is awesome. She, I don't know if I really let too many people know about this, but she had braid surgery recently. Very emotional last few days. The tumors have been removed.
Yeah.
She's still recovering and everything, but she's doing so much better. And I'm honestly just happy about it. Like, it's been a very stressful last few days. I'm on vacation right now, actually, which is good. But yeah, they're almost home. Byron and my mom are almost home, which is great. I'm going to be able to see him tomorrow. My mom's too tired to have company at the moment. So she's just like, I want to go to bed. But I'm just happy that she's almost home.
Brain tumors. That's crazy.
Yeah. She had there's only 2 neurosurgeons in all of Oregon, and we had Dr. Amit Air. I think it's Emmett, AMIT. I think it's Emmett Air, and he it was honestly an honor speaking with him. He is honestly a very incredible dude, very straight to the point. He was very professional and was able. I'm so shocked he was able to get 2 tumors that were in 2 different spots on the brain removed. I blew my mind. My mom was under anesthesia for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And she is doing so well, and I am grateful beyond belief, man.
What kind of just like health insurance covers that?
To be honest, she ended up getting on OHP, which is the Oregon Health Plan, and thank goodness for that, because honestly,
how much is brain surgery? That's got to cost millions of dollars, probably.
I have not even asked that question.
That's got to be the most expensive thing you can get.
Yeah, they had to fly her from Coos Bay to. I'm not gonna reveal the location of the hospital just in case. But then again, she's not staying there at the moment. But just in case they give any viewers give the hospital any trouble, it is. I'll just say it is in Portland though, where the surgery happened. But yeah, she's doing a lot better. When I was up there in Portland, when she was recovering, man, my brother and I were very nervous. Everybody was very nervous, just because brain surgery is a big deal, man. Anything can go wrong. And it went well. It went really well, and she recovered quickly. I haven't really talked about it much on the show. I did talk about it in one episode, but the reason no time better than to bring it up since my mom did call, but it's been something that's been tough for me to talk about just because I just am so, because we thought we were going to potentially lose her. Like, we really thought that was a big possibility, and we were just like, we were having trouble with that, but we also knew that there was a good possibility that it could work. So we were just like really praying that it would work. I'm not much of a religious guy, but I definitely prayed to every single God out there, And, like I said, I'm pretty much agnostic, but, I prayed to whatever was out there because it's like, it doesn't hurt to try, that sort of thing. And it's just good to see her well, like, still blown away at how well everything works, to be honest, but.
That's wild. Yeah, brain surgery. That's probably the craziest thing you can get.
Yeah.
Well, Martin Shkreli posted on his X today about some biotherapeutic company that works on like tumors, and they do something where your body uses your body's immune system to get rid of the tumors. Anyway, it's like a really low share price right now. He said it's like probably a great buy.
Oh, immune therapy. Yeah. I've heard of this technique. Where they basically expose your antigens. No, I think the proper term is hold on. No, they develop the antigens needed. It's the white blood cells that develop the antigens. The white blood cells are basically exposed to the dead cancer cell. They expose it directly to dead cancer cells in a petri dish or something.
Yeah.
And they basically force the immune system to recognize what a cancerous cell is like. Yeah. And once the immune system understands what a cancerous cell is and that it's bad, then the immune system then hunts down those cancerous cells, because there are certain indicators of there's certain behavioral patterns or certain things that cancer cells excrete even that can make it very noticeable that it's a cancer cell. So what do you remember? By the way, do you remember what Skrelly said the ticker symbol, what the company was called again?
Yeah, let me bring it back up here. Martin Skrelly.
Hell, I mean, it does sound a little pump and dumpish of him to do that, but you know, it
It's
doesn't have
it's IOVA.
IOVA. Huh? Hold on.
If you go to his Twitter 10 hours ago, he did like a deep dive on it where he actually maybe I could put the link in the private chat.
Oh, here we go. I just found it. Iovance Biotherapeutics.
Here, I gave you the link. I posted in the StreamYard private chat. And he does a 2-hour deep dive on this company and this stock.
Actually, it is severely undervalued.
Yeah.
This actually might be a buy.
Check out the link. I gave you this. See this link? Can you see the link in the private chat on the StreamYard?
Let me take a look here. In the private chat. Let me take a look. Ah, here it is. YouTube. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, click on that link and then watch that video. He does a 2-hour deep dive on like the entire stock.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool because I mean, I do trust Skrelly in a certain manner of speaking because he is first off, he's been doing this stuff. He's been analyzing stocks for ages. I mean, he had a hedge fund for God's sakes, so he definitely knows his stuff. It's only $11.88 a share. Its PE ratio's in the negatives. Damn, dude.
Well, I don't think they do. I don't think they do a dividend or anything anyway.
Well, no, that's well. Hold on, let's see here.
Price per
Their earnings are in the negatives, though. They're definitely not. They're not. Obviously, it's not profitable now.
Yeah.
But it can be profitable in the future. That's why a lot of these biotherapeutic companies can be like diamond in the roughs if they are either FDA approved for certain things or what have you. I need to start like throwing like small amounts of money down towards like biotherapeutic companies. Like not like a ton of money, but like, just to have them in my portfolio, even a share. Because even a share, if it blossoms up to be something crazy, the whole company.
Yeah, well, next time you get free time, watch this Skrelly video. He does like a good deep dive.
Heck yeah. Like I said, I'm never all in on anything, but I do like adding things to my portfolio that I think could grow. So
the other thing is with Skrelly is like he'll do a deep dive on this, but while he's talking about this, you end up learning like a whole bunch more about the pharma industry, like overall. And like pharma stocks, and he'll talk about other companies, and so I don't know. It's worth checking out. But
oh heck yeah, man, heck yeah, dude, Martin Skrelly is so interesting, man. I love that guy. Like I think he's very misunderstood
because he likes to start out. He starts out with it, and he starts.
Oh, you cut out quite a bit. One more time.
He starts like creating stuff. So. I was gonna say, he just starts creating stuff on a spreadsheet, but he's banned for life, I think, from entering the farm industry, but I think he's still allowed to buy stocks in it. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, at least he can. It's cool that he could still buy like stocks and stuff, because honestly, the best way to maintain wealth is through the stock market in a lot of companies in the stock market, because there's other ways. I think bonds are not bad. Bonds allow you to, I take that back. Bonds are not inflation proof, which is a little bit fucking annoying. That's the only thing I hate about bonds. Other than that, it's like, I'm exposed to those, but I don't want it to be all of my portfolio. I prefer stocks overall. I prefer just being diversified in stocks and calling it good. As diversified as I could be. But I'm also into other assets. Like I always say, I'm into gold, I'm into silver. I'm into all of it. Oil, even. There's even ETFs that allow you direct exposure to actual oil somehow. It's wild.
Yeah, we got those new ones today in Canada. It's an ETF with a single stock in it. And they came up with 4 of them, like Microsoft, Amazon, NVIDIA, and Eli Lilly. And all it is one stock and covered calls on that stock. That's it. It's a single stock ETF.
I wonder what the expense ratio is. If you see,
the expense ratio is like 0.6% or something.
Oh, 0.6%.
Yeah.
Honestly, as far as covered call ETFs are concerned, that's surprisingly low.
And they got two versions. They got a regular, and then for each one, they have an enhanced version that has like 25% leverage or something. And for those ones, I looked at the NVIDIA one, and it's 22% annual dividend yield. So that's like really high.
Yeah, I mean, that's worth paying the expense ratio if it can be consistent.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I love covered call ETFs, just having them in my portfolio because of how diversified I am.
Mhm.
I have a lot of the ones that are like, S&P 500 based covered call ones,
Mhm.
but that's about really the extent of it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep covered call ETFs in my portfolio. I think it's always smart, no matter what.
Yeah, I love them. It's just, but just trying to look at it. Yeah, I love covered call ETFs. It's just, like I said, I'm not looking for share price growth. Just give me the income. What does this say? Kane Hussein, Britain drafted him. Still held people in concentration camps. Thanks, Kane Hassan. Thanks for that. Hey, Kane, there's like currently slavery in Africa. You can buy a guy for $500 in Libya, and it's not 1953, it's 2024. So go do some work on that. Get back to us. Let me know when you've solved that issue.
Damn, that's still happening. Well, it doesn't surprise me. I guess there's still a lot of countries.
Well, what it is
very
because there's all these
backward.
migrants. There's all these migrants coming north in Africa, but they get to North Africa and they got no job, no skills, no money. So they're just kind of like being slave traded, get captured, and they'll work in mines and stuff. And it's like apparently it's like $500. You can like buy a slave or something.
Damn, dude, that just feels messed up, man.
But this guy's talking about Britain in 1950. I think maybe he's talking about South Africa, or I don't know, maybe India. I don't know what he's talking about. Because South Africa, Britain put like German South Africans, like the Dutch, in concentration camps because they went to war. It's like England versus the Dutch in South Africa. So I don't know. Shoot.
Damn, man. Damn. Holy smokes.
I didn't even realize the title of the show till just now. Donald Trump's undocumented son speaks live.
Yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah, we're Donald Trump's undocumented sons. Basically, we're the ones he doesn't talk about. We're the ones he doesn't know about. To be honest, he doesn't know that we exist, and the only people who can prove that we're his biological kids is Maury. Maury is the only guy who can figure out if Donald Trump's our dad. So it's the only way.
That's funny.
I just
what
felt
happened to Maury? I think Maury died, didn't he?
Oh, did he? Damn.
Maury Povich. No, he's still alive. He's 85 years old.
I think you're thinking of my boy Jerry Springer, probably.
Connie Chung, his wife, is 78. Yeah, Springer died.
Yeah, I love Jerry Springer was the best, man. Like, I love the Jerry Springer show.
Yeah, my family used to watch Springer a lot.
Like, I will say, if I had TV, that would be like the one show that I would. I love trashy ass TV, dude. I love it, man.
Springer was hilarious, though.
He was funny.
Hilariously funny. The crowd was funny. His producer guy was funny. I think Steve's still on, right? Remember Steve? The security guard, the bald guy. He's got his own show.
Okay, yeah.
Steve Wilkos.
Does he have his own show or something?
Yeah, he got it a long time ago, but I think it's still on.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. One person who I think kind of adopted the Springer way of doing a show is Dr. Phil. Because, dude, Dr. Phil is a more classy Jerry Springer. I felt it was a classier version of Jerry Springer, I felt like Jerry Springer was like the WWE of talk shows. It was all over the place. You get people who would get choke slammed, you had people running out of the gates, somebody strangle some other person. The security guards had to like stop them. Like,
yeah, they did crazy stuff on Springer. Remember that time? Remember when they just had that guy walk around with no lower body? And he just walk around on his arms with the long hair.
Oh damn!
You just walk across the stage. Remember Reverend Schnor?
Oh wait a minute! I do remember that guy. Holy shit! Just take a second, but yeah, I remember. Holy crap! Yeah.
Do you remember Reverend Schnor? He was like the guy who would come out and marry people, and he was like an alcoholic.
That's fucking great, dude. There
guy
was this
hilarious.
gal that went on there. I don't think she went on there too many times, but her name was legitimately, well, not legitimately, but her stage name on Jerry Springer was Riot Dyke. And it was fucking great. Dude, she just was like getting pissed at everybody and everything and beating up shit. It's like bashing shit on stage. It was actually kind of therapeutic to watch. It's just fun watching somebody go ape shit on random objects. I don't know what it was, but it was incredible. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and sometimes just the titles of the show were hilarious.
Oh yeah.
It's
Holy
like, you
shit,
know.
man. Like where did he?
just,
I just always wonder where the fuck did he find half of these people? Like I'm
I
sure
don't
some
know.
of
No
it,
one even.
I think a lot of it was staged. I do think there
No.
were times that they had to stage it. You know, people.
Yeah, I think some
acting.
stuff was staged, but where were they? I think it started off in like Chicago. Then they moved to Connecticut, probably for tax reasons.
Yeah.
But they were always, if you notice, the crowd was mostly college kids, so they would always set up the show near a college, and that's who they would get for the audience. But yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, I'm looking at some clips right now. Hooked up with a man from Facebook. I cheated with your cousin for our family. My milkshakes made your man cheat, and it's all midgets. Mystery Hickey leads to the truth and drama. It was hilarious.
Yeah, man. The show was ahead of its time. The show was ahead of its time, man, as far as like, or maybe it was behind the times. I don't know. It definitely took the back door, that's for sure. But yeah, Jerry Springer, man, dude, the guy was a legend. He definitely pioneered that genre of talk show of just white trash, straight up white trash bullshit, dude. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I loved it all. It was so fun.
Yeah, my family used to watch that all the time, like at the holidays and stuff. And they chant stuff at the screen. I remember it was a Christmas. It was like his Christmas special, and they started chanting this girl, "Holiday ho, holiday ho." They'd be like, "Ho ho ho."
That's so fucking great. One thing I liked was when the ladies in the crowd would like flash Jerry their tits so they could.
Yeah, they do the beads. I don't know.
The Jerry beads, dude. Yeah, I always wanted to get my Jerry beads. I always wanted to like go there and flash my man tits and shit. And
I think in the U.S. though, you got to see more. In Canada, they edited a lot of stuff out, so I don't know that we really saw everything. But
absolutely.
is that the last comment about concentration camps in 1953? I don't care, Kane Hassan. Kane Hassan, is that Hassan Biker? I think
dude, it's his burner YouTube account. Oh my god. No.
Hassan Biker.
Dude, Hassan Piker is the biggest chode of all time. I can't stand that guy. He's a fucking chameleon. Ugh.
Yeah, he's a moron. You know Asmongold, right? We talked about Asmongold. He's got the long hair and the beard who plays World of Warcraft.
The name sounds so damn familiar. I think you brought him up a couple times actually.
Yeah, because I found out where he actually lives. Like if you watch his show, he looks like he's just at a desk in kind of a dingy room. But then when they zoom back, it's like the room is like a disaster. It's just garbage everywhere and empty like Slurpee cups. And I was like, oh my god, that's actually his house. It's like someone discovered it. It's worse than that. Like you've got one cup there. He'll just leave stuff on the floor, like food, and it'll stay there for years.
Oh, dude.
One time, like a bug crawled across his keyboard while he was live streaming, but someone was like examining his layer or whatever, and someone on the live stream goes, they're talking about what he looks like, how he looks like a farm animal or a zoo animal or something. And someone's like, he looks like something you reach through the fence and try and see if you feed an apple. It's so funny.
Oh man.
I stole that line though. I use that all the time. I'm like, I look like something you reach through the fence and try and feed an apple to.
That's funny, man. That's too good. I was gonna say though, like I wish somebody would do a deep dive because like here's the thing. My floors are immaculately clean. I like always vacuum them. I always sweep the floors, but for some reason, my kitchen counter is always chaotic. There's always like something on the counters that's just like if you look behind me, like let me just look at my top of my fridge. You can see that there's a printer and there's some sort of foldable plastic box thing. And I don't know what else I'm looking at. I don't even know what am I looking at. Hold on, let's see. Oh, and then there's some books on top of there. Yeah. But if you look also behind me, you see my George Foreman grill. See my coffee maker.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see some dishes in the sink, but there's nothing in there at the moment. See my stove. But that's really and then my desk. Actually, my desk is looking a lot better than it has been. I've been keeping my desk a little more organized. That's something I've been trying to do. Not always easy. Not always easy, but
Yeah, Lasagna wants the red cooler back.
Oh, say what?
Remember Lasagna? He wants the red cooler back.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I betrayed my boy, dude. I lost a subscriber. That was the only reason he watched the show, because he wanted he wants that damn red cooler back.
Oh, and he wants you to do an interview with Erica R. Did he tell you that?
Erica R.
Want me to show you a little Erica R? He's obsessed with Erica.
I don't think he told me this. Is this somebody that he knows?
No, this is a YouTuber who started like recently. Her first video was 2 months ago.
Okay, well here I'll tell you what. If you want to share it, we'll watch and we'll do a quick reaction and see.
No one understands this girl's story. She's created a channel for no reason. She seems like she's from a rich family. She doesn't work and she doesn't know what to do in life. And she kind of goes surfing and hangs out with her dog. But it's kind of a completely pointless channel. But they you got to do an interview with her. Here, let me share it. Present.
Now it sounds good to me, man. I'm always up to interviewing people of all. I try to. I'm not good at scheduling interviews. Like, I suck so bad at it because I end up almost forgetting about it. And that's why I just say, it's like, hey, if you're online at this time, we'll go live. You know. All right. Okay, so this is the person.
He wants you to contact Erica R and do an interview.
I'm not having a good day. That's a bit of an understatement. I'm just feeling like everything feels pointless. I've just been feeling
This is every video.
so tired all the time.
How many subscribers does she have?
Exercise
like 20,000.
really isn't even helping. I mean,
damn.
I mean, usually it does, but I've been feeling
14,000,
worse
15,000.
afterwards for some reason. I've been thinking so much about what am I doing? What am I here for? And I don't mean these videos. I don't mean YouTube dream, maybe. When I'm sitting by myself, which is often, I just get to imagining what a good group of people would be like and what life would be like if I did have these with the everything's hopeless kind of feeling. And there's such simple things that I don't even do for absolutely no reason. It's not like I'm out so busy all the time that I have no time for this stuff. Like, for example, I've been trying to get Kiwi, or not been trying to, I've been wanting to.
That's your dog.
Get Kiwi to go to daycare so she can be more social. Maybe be a little bit better when we walk. And I've been meaning to call a place for almost a month now, and I still haven't done it.
Okay, there's another video here. Where is she? Erica. 920 comments. I told her in her comments that she needs to have kids, and people got mad at me like, she doesn't need that. She doesn't need more stress in her life or something like that. I refuse to romanticize that.
So if she does, so all she does is just travel around.
Well, she doesn't really travel. She just.
Oh, that's a cute dog. Is that? It's a French bulldog.
Walking there is by far the worst part.
She doesn't really travel. I think she probably lives near my dad lives.
So, I bought a life jacket for her. So maybe we'll try to get her to swim in the water, because French bulldogs can't swim. So.
I just want to show her first ever video because that was really interesting. Like her here, yeah. I'm 22 with no life path, no hopes, and no discernible skills. So let's learn some.
Oh man.
Let's watch a second of this. But yeah, this lasagna guy I work with, he's obsessed with this Erica R. Okay, we got to get through a moisturizing commercial.
Oh, it's all right. Yeah.
I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Erica. I'm 22, and I'm a loser. No, I'm kidding, but not really. I'm making this channel because what I said in the description is true. I'm completely lost in life.
I mean,
I
At
have
least
no
she's
idea what I want to do
honest.
with my life, and I've been feeling really
I'm gonna say
hopeless about it.
I do appreciate the
Um,
honesty. If I'm gonna be quite frank, I appreciate her honesty and ability to be vulnerable. I'll give her props on that.
I have
So-
no career plans. I have no career prospects.
She doesn't really
or
talk
life
about her job
prospects,
or
I guess.
anything. My guess is her family gives her money, but I don't
That's
really
probably
know.
the case. I mean, if you look behind her, she definitely looks like she lives in a very she looks like she's well off. You know, that
Yeah,
sort of
and
thing.
then she's out by the beach. She's probably where my dad is in Laguna Beach, because that's like rich area, you know.
Yeah.
But look at this: 445,000 views, 7,000 comments. Like, what are some of the comments? Being 22 and no isn't a problem. It's a sign that you have 45 years opportunity. Things that will destroy your life. But people are like trying to help her. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure this is a real channel. So I don't know. It's just-
Honestly, I'm inspired just to have AI edit a bunch of short clips and just of her, and I'm just gonna upload her for my short videos for my channel. I'm just gonna have her all of her earlier videos, and I'm just gonna have AI edit them and splice them into short videos so people can unsubscribe from my channel in
thought-
droves.
yeah.
Like,
Okay, let's try this last one.
Try to take a trip to LA, a road trip by ourselves as something to do, try something new. And it turned into an absolute disaster. I went to a beach, didn't like it, had to drive to another one. Then I locked my keys in my car and had to wait hours for AAA to come and unlock them.
That might not
Throwing
even
off my
happen.
schedule completely, forcing me to go home and not do pretty much anything else. So it was a complete failure. But that's okay. But I thought it's still important to put the failures on here. I hope you enjoy.
There she is in her car.
You couldn't understand where I was, even though I'm at the biggest and only parking lot at this beach. I'm so mad. I'm so hungry. I think that's why I am so mad. I'm not bothering to get food. I'm an hour and a half away from where I wanted to be at this point.
See, this is an unbelievable channel. Like, if you guys need to collaborate.
I thought my channel sucked sometimes. I don't feel so bad about my efforts on YouTube anymore. That's
Do a video where Erica R is stalking you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, if I don't know how to contact this gal, but
Yeah, there's no contact info. I can't find any. Like, you go to her thing,
so
and there's
it's
no
like,
there's no anything. How do you find her? I don't think she
Yeah.
reads her comments. So I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I can always put oh man, I don't know. We'll have to have my boy try to arrange this. Lasagna needs to
Welcome
arrange
back. Spend another day
this
alone
interview.
with me.
Lasagna is basically my manager.
First, we're making breakfast.
Nice.
Pretty good. Now we're on a walk. It's like 9:45. That's earlier than I usually go, but it's fine. We'll change it up for today.
You know what? That looks like Laguna Beach, because I did a Google walk around where my dad lives, and that's what it looks like. So that's where she's at. She's at Laguna Beach.
Now I'm
That's
back on the
fucking
couch for a
wild.
couple of hours. Then I
Wait a
decide
minute.
to go surf.
Back on the couch for a couple hours. What does that mean? You just sat there for 2 hours.
I think it's like noon at this point. You know, the time really doesn't matter. I don't know why I bother. After I fight my way into this wetsuit and break a nail in doing so, I get my board and head down to the beach. Now we're back, and I'm absolutely disgusting. It's like 1:45. And there was a disgusting smell in my fridge, so I threw that away. But now we've got to go to the store.
Don't forget the reusable bags. Now we're back from the store, having a snack, doing some editing. Now we're taking Kiwi for a walk. Of course, she does this. And then I did absolutely nothing for the rest of the night.
Dude, dude, I'm inspired, to be honest. I'm inspired to make a short video that's edited exactly like that, and just be like, and just kind of describe what my morning is.
You got to get a blonde wig, put that on, like just like her, and just like do like a Coos Bay version of her life.
First, I get up and I have discount Fruity Pebbles with almond milk, and then I eat some beans and rice. Then I go out and try to make trouble in my neighborhood. I just want to like go in the day in the life of the douchiest man in Coos Bay, and just be like, I want to be the douchiest guy, in Coos Bay. It's kind of the goal. It's really the goal overall.
Let's watch a quick Reverend Schnor clip. Remember?
All right, my guests today say that they can't accept that they're not number one in their relationships. Please meet Sheila. She says,
Yeah, remember when you used to have puppets?
That's
What the fuck?
well, that'll make her grow up in a hurry. So now, fiance.
These two are fighting.
He says.
Yeah, there's a guy with
she ain't none.
lower body.
Dude, what the hell?
Did you see him though?
Holy
The
shit.
guy with no lower body showed up.
Oh yeah.
Good. But let's bring up. I want to see when they bring out Reverend Schnor. Here we go. Yeah. There you go.
Let's bring him out. Here's Joey.
He's 7 years and a kid. I want you to marry her. I'm telling you what.
Oh my gosh, it's the Reverend Schnor.
Oh my god, the drunk reverend guy. This is awesome.
Hi, how are you?
This guy's the man. I love this guy.
Have a seat. Hi, Jerry Springer. How you doing? I'm fine, thank you, Reverend. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
And you're here because apparently there's a wedding to take place.
Yeah, we got a wedding.
No, we don't.
So
We ain't got no
I'll just go
wedding day.
take
You
care
go
of
back
this.
home, baby, because we ain't married nobody right now.
No, they're
Dearly
not getting.
beloved,
Trying to marry the
we're
puppet.
gathered here today.
No. The one in the white, she's here.
It's not the midgets.
Yeah, normally it is, but in this particular instance, she's grown.
Oh, it'd be the one in the dress then.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it should be no problem then, huh? It's simple, clear-cut wedding.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. You're not gonna marry them.
Oh, why not? I'm gonna marry them.
You're not gonna marry them.
I'm
They're
gonna
not
marry
getting married.
them.
No, they're not getting married.
I know.
They're not getting married.
I
They're not
heard
getting
what you were saying
They're not
back.
getting married. They don't
When
marry.
I
They're
was
not
back
getting
there, I heard what you were saying, and yeah, it's not fair. You lied about the tattoos and you lied about her age. And I don't even want to know why you saw her period. But if they're in love with each other,
This
and
is
he said
incredible.
goodbye to you, then it's done with and it's over and they're going to get married. I make my $100 and everyone's happy. But before we do that, I think I owe you
Yeah,
a
we'll do a
little
quick pause
what do
real
you call
quick.
comfort
Just
or
a quick
something like
pause
that.
real fast. Damn, dude, this is unbelievable. This Reverend guy might be the greatest thing. I don't remember seeing him before. I've watched a lot, I've watched a lot of Jerry Springer, but there are also a lot of episodes that I haven't seen.
But here he's gonna give a little wisdom. Here you go.
So I'm going to read you something here out of the Old Testament. It said, Then Solomon stood before the altar of the Lord in the presence of all the assembly of Israel and spread out his hands toward heaven. So, what I think you need to do, you think about what I just read to you, and maybe tonight you hold out your hands toward heaven and say, what the hell's going on, Lord? And then someday you're going to get a man come to you who will show up on your wedding day. He said she will. Yeah. It's a nice thing. And you two, I gotta counsel you. This is called pre-wedding counseling, more or less. There's things for you to think about tonight as you're constipating your marriage. He said, but Peter said, man, I do not know what you're saying. Immediately while he was still speaking, the rooster crowed. Your marriage is tough and there's a lot of interruptions. So, just be ready for that and you'll be all right. So why don't we come on over here and I can make my money and we'll get married.
Yeah,
That was.
yes, that's what that is. But
Oh,
yeah,
my-
he had his own. Didn't he have his own channel at one point? Reverend Schnor. I thought he had his own channel, but he didn't really post much on it. And he kind of disappeared, but maybe it's deleted now. At one point, he had his own channel where he'd do like monologues and stuff.
That's funny, dude.
Willie
What
the
a
Blind
what a
Country.
salve, dude. This guy's the man. Wow.
Yeah, he used to have a website. He was from Chicago. I can't remember his
Just
real
wow.
name. I think
That's
it's,
all I gotta say, dude. This guy is incredible. Holy shit.
yeah, ReverendSchnorTV.com. And is there anything on it? He's got an Instagram, a YouTube channel. Has he got a podcast? Reverend Schnor. His last video was, he streamed 2 years ago. Oh, he's got something 4 months ago.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
he's reading the book Jack Reacher. Let's see. Here's his latest video, maybe. What is he selling deodorant? I don't know what's going on this channel.
Sounds awesome though. Holy shit.
Here, let me just do a quick. Here's what Reverend Schnor has been up to.
Well, we'll make this last video of the night because I realize we've been on 2 hours already. I'm just kind of getting a little tired, but we'll make this the last video of the night. We'll do a quick reaction and make it good.
Where
This
is
is gonna
he?
be great.
Is it his house? I don't know.
Hey, Rev, what's up? What are you reading?
Reading Reacher.
Ooh.
It's good.
Rev, what are you doing?
Still reading Reacher.
Rev?
Reading Reacher.
Rev?
Reading Reacher.
Rev, what are you doing?
Reading Reacher.
Rev, what are you watching?
Watching Reacher.
Reacher, 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 Reacher.
Jack Reacher.
Reacher.
Oh my god, this guy's insane. I love it, dude. This guy's the man.
Yeah, if you look at his channel, I don't know what's going on. It's like the Fart Queen selling deodorant, maybe? He found love in a homeless place, Rihanna spoof. He's got a Rihanna spoof. Andrew Dice Cuomo. What about 5 things to bring to Britney Spears' hot tub? Reverend is a life coach these days. And then live, it looks like he does some live stuff.
Hell yeah.
Till next
Dude,
time, streamed 1
this
year
Reverend
ago.
guy's the man.
Crooked wiener disease. It's beginning to look a lot like COVID 2 years ago. He did one in the early days where he was complaining about what was it? The Occupy Wall Street people who were like all living on the street and stuff like that with the tents. And he was complaining about them one time, but yeah, I don't know what his actual job is, or I don't really know who this guy is, but yeah, that's him.
He's awesome though, dude. I love this dude.
Yeah, he used to go on Springer. It was so funny, but he liked drinking.
All right, Tim. Before we go, do you have any final thoughts?
Oh, PPC Ian just dropped a new video 3 minutes ago.
Oh, 3 minutes ago.
And-
Damn.
Oh, yeah, it's got 17 views. I'm the 17th viewer. He says it's called Dividend Stock Portfolio Review. I'm way up.
Hell yeah. Dude, my man.
So,
I dig
yeah,
it, dude. I love dividends, to be honest. I can't lie. I know I get taxed.
Do you watch
on them,
PPC
but
Ian?
I've seen a couple of his
Here, we'll just-
stuff. He's the guy with the glasses and stuff. He kind of looks a little.
Well, here, we'll just watch the first. Just watch the first 30 seconds. Let me do a quick
All right,
share. Just so
all
you
right.
can
We'll
see.
watch the first. Yeah, sounds good to me, man.
Yeah, we'll just your view. This is what viewer number 17 gets to see.
Let me see.
I'll bring it
I
up.
think there we go.
Friends, I am so excited to be here today with a dividend stock portfolio update. I'm going to share my portfolio update as of August
Up
2024.
9.89%.
If you've been here over the years,
Damn,
you know
dude, get it.
there are many portfolio updates over the years. I'm going to link to some of the historical ones in the pinned comment below. I have a variety of high-level themes that I want to cover today because I just shared my portfolio over on Corner Patreon. I will link to that in the pinned comment below. On Corner Patreon, I shared my portfolio update along with percentage allocation to each position. Now what I want to do in the video today is surface the highest level insights that I took away from my recent portfolio audit. So let's get started. As you can see on the screen in front of you right now, here is the category breakdown of my dividend stock portfolio as of August 12th. So worth noting, remember this date, it was August 12th. And the reason that I'm...
All right, you get the point. That's some Ian.
Yeah. Honestly, a good dividend portfolio will usually maintain really well if it's diversified during any stock market crash. A lot of the times, just because dividend stocks are not always overhyped, and they're usually closer to valuation than most other companies. So, like, you're not going to see a major pullback in a dividend heavy portfolio. At least, as long as the companies that pay a dividend are not totally scam companies. Obviously, you want to do your due diligence. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't shock me that PPC Ian's got a great looking portfolio going with.
I asked him on Twitter. It's like, what you're going for FIRE, financial independence, retire early, but how much more can you push it? When are you going to stop? When are you going to pull the trigger and just start living off dividends? I think he's living off some now that he's paying bills with, but when are you going to go full time off dividends? And he never wrote me back yet. But
I mean, my philosophy is I'll live off dividends completely once I don't really have the ability to truly work. So, for instance, if I am able to keep doing YouTube, if I was to do YouTube and then get dividends payouts for my lifestyle, I would be totally fine with that. I'd be A-okay with that. I'd still probably do DoorDash on the side if I needed extra money and stuff, but it would be nice to have extra income from YouTube and from the dividends that I get, because the dividends I get, they pay at least a good chunk of my car payment, but that's about it at the moment. But once my car payment's pretty much done, I pretty much use most of it to pay at least half of my rent, so that's kind of nice.
No, that's good. I don't know. Everyone's got to. That's what I was telling my dad, because he doesn't really do investing. I think he has some bonds or something, and that's it. But I mean, that's the cool thing about it is everyone comes from a different. Like, dividends are one of those things, like music or like MMA fighting, or there's a lot of stuff that have no barrier to entry. Like, there's no exam, no ticket, no certificate. You can just dive right in. No one's stopping you. So because of that, everyone comes from a different place. Like, Ian does like real estate development, mostly like storage facilities and stuff. Georgie comes from behavioral. He's like a behavioral analyst who works with like kids or something like that. You got your jobs going on. Mine's different than yours. So it's like everyone comes to, and then it's like you can make it whatever you want. It's like whatever you need it to fit your life and whatever your goals are, you can define it. So it's very like free form. It's whatever it is to you kind of thing. So it's kind of wild, but because of that, you meet a lot of interesting people. Like if you're in certain fields, then everyone's kind of going to be the same because they all had to get the same degree or they all had to go the same path kind of thing. But with like investing, it's just wide open. It's like anyone can show up.
And that is a very good analysis. That's an award-winning analysis in my mind, because what you just basically I never really thought about that at all.
Well, it's like MMA. Like some people are college wrestler, some came up through kickboxing, some were into karate, some were in judo, or rock and roll music. Like the Pumpkins, their drummer came from like a jazz background. Billy's dad played like guitar in an R&B band, and then he got into like new wave. Other people were in other stuff. It's like you can come from. It's like any of those things that are kind of like, well, there's less rules. Like there's no rules about investing. There's no barrier to entry. Like for my brokerage, all you needed was $100 in your checking account and a photo ID. That's it. And you're like in. But if you have apps and stuff, you need even less than that. So
Oh,
It's just it's whatever you want. You can just dive in. So because of that, everyone's different, and it's like one of those free form kind of worlds kind of thing. But other stuff, like there's other jobs, you have to have this degree, you got to have that degree. So that's just how it is. But man,
I love it, man. I love it.
oh, Tim Walz is speaking right now, and I'm not watching it. I can't imagine who would watch this guy.
I'll watch it so nobody else has to. I'll watch it and I'll do a video on it, and I'll just be looking all depressed and be like, well, I just watched Tim Walz speak for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, let me see what are the ratings on YouTube for this? Tim Walz. Yeah, global news, 143 people are watching. 800 people are watching. These are Canadian stations. How about CBS? Dude. There's only 3.7 thousand watching. It's almost as many subscribers as you have is watching Tim Walz right now. That's like 3.7.
Damn, man. It's wild.
32,000 on CNN. Even that, 32,000. Trump and Elon Musk got like across all platforms 1 billion listens. And Tim Walz is getting 32,000. That's what I mean. So 6.7 thousand watching him on the Wall Street Journal. 9.5 thousand. Let's say at the absolute most, there's 100,000 people watching him right now. It's like compared to what like Trump gets, that's like minuscule. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man. Well, the thing is, man, I just for the life of me, I still don't understand why they picked Tim Walz. Like it just doesn't like
something went weird there. Like because like he has no sort of record of any wealth in the United States, but he's taken like 40 trips to China. And it's really strange. So.
Where's he getting that money from? It's just a lot of it reeks of bullshit. He tried. I don't know. There's something about him.
The thing is, like he did all this stuff like he does the thing where he went on with Kamala and said that he's a horrible white guy who can't eat spicy food. They did that thing with him, and then he did the thing where he changed the Minnesota flag to like a Somali flag. It looks like the flag of Somalia. So he did all this stuff, but you think there'd be a reason, like you're going to get some big payout, but he apparently has no wealth whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's very confusing. Like, maybe he's just an absolute hardcore communist. I don't know.
In no way affiliated says China.
Let me look at this guy. In no way.
I love doing these streams, man. Thanks for. I always appreciate it when you're just wanting to shoot the shit with me on these streams, man. I love it. This is cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's no one with a channel called In No Way Affiliated, so I couldn't look this guy up.
Yeah, it's too good, man.
Yeah, we got 3 watching right now, and Donald Trump's undocumented son speaks. Yeah, this will get you some views for sure. Like by tomorrow, you could be up to 2.62.
Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, doing these vertical lives has been getting me the watch hours I need to potentially qualify for monetization. Now, YouTube could choose to just say hell no to me and say we're not monetizing you, but it's the best chance I got to get monetized. So I might as well give it a whirl, see what happens. And
yeah, how many do you need to get monetized? How many subscribers?
Well, I have the subscribers. It's the watch time hours. So for every video, there's a collective amount of watch time that's neat, that's there. And so I need a grand total for the last 365 days. I need a grand total of 4,000 total watch hours in total. And that's basically that's collectively, by the way. So it's like these videos have been getting like 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours of like total watch time, which contributes to my overall total. So if I can get those numbers up, I'm already at like I think I'm already at like not 2,000, but like it sucks because like most of my views are from short videos. A lot of people watch my short videos and they subscribe from there. But the problem is short videos don't count towards your watch time hours. If they did, I would qualify immediately. Because I get so much viewership from short videos. It's insane. So I decided, I was like, well, I need to start going live vertically. These vertical, like if you notice, it's not in the landscape, it's in the portrait. And it's not in the portrait. I can't speak. Anyway, this is portrait, I believe. Landscape is the other way. It's the more horizontal. It's a more horizontal version. But anyway, so I'm almost at the watch time out. I'm getting there, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Man, we said 2 hours. But someone
Tommy Long says, "Wow, is that Trump's son?
Son of Trump."
Now, this is the game show that you guys are a part of. Which one of us is Trump's real son?
I'm Hunter Trump. I'm calling it right now.
Now, I believe I might be Biden's undocumented son. So, just saying. I'm riding with Biden. That's all I got to say, man. Riding with Biden. All right. It says interesting because Kamala Harris is my mommy.
I'm going to go America's.
She's a mother to us all.
Typing America's wine mommy. Tommy Long. Yeah, you got 6 watching now. It's just starting to take off.
This is wild, dude.
Hey, did anyone watch Tim Walz' speech? How was it?
Let's see. America's wine mommy. Who would have guessed? That's funny. Dude, go. Oh, wait. That's what Tim said. Okay, Tim, you said America's wine mommy. Okay, there we go. Oh, man, that's too good. I know, dude. We're getting 6 views. Are you kidding me? Maybe because we're talking about how awesome Tim Walz is.
Yeah, it's the Walz bounce.
Or maybe because Tim Walz is talking about Donald Trump and everybody's looking up Donald Trump right now. And all of a sudden they see Donald Trump's undocumented. Wouldn't that be funny if we're playing live at the DNC right now? They're like putting us up on the DNC thing. Like, and I just found evidence that Trump has 2 undocumented sons that are talking out against him or something. I don't know, something ridiculous. That'd be so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, they had Russiagate. Now we've got Rumgate.
Got Rumgate, dude. Oh, what's Tommy saying here? It says, well, let's see. Well, she's not my mommy, but I wish she would. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, Tommy. Come on, man. Are ETF questions off top? No. Well, on this channel, no. Yeah, if you have any ETF questions, please feel free to ask them because if I have it my way, the stream's going to go downhill very quickly. Let's see. Imagine if Trump and Harris made us.
Those questions aren't showing up on mine. Imagine showing up.
Oh, man. And then Tim says, I was born with ETF answers. Let's see. Yeah, Tommy, man, if you got questions about ETFs and shit, man, feel free to ask them, man. Tim and I are more than happy to come up with our own individual answers. We might align, we might not, but that's the beauty.
How many individual stocks do you think is too much for a portfolio?
Give me a long, deep ETF question. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's getting erotic. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Tommy Long says, how many individual stocks you think is too much for a portfolio? Okay, there's 2 theories behind that. One is over diversification. 2 is that you can never be diversified enough. I think it's great to have as many individual stocks as you want. I don't believe there really is such a thing as over diversification. I think you got to spread yourself out, though. If you have individual stocks, make sure you got as many as you can get. Tommy says you think 20 to 30% individual stocks is too much. Like I said, I don't know what Tim thinks on this one, but I think there's never too much diversification. I think you could be exposed to as much as you want to expose yourself to, and that in itself is an element of protection against the unknown future. But what do you think, Tim?
I think you don't need ETFs. You can have all individual stocks, and there's no limit to how many is like good or bad. I think you could have all individual stocks if you know what you're doing. I think PPC Ian, I think, pretty much has all individual stocks. I only have ETFs because I have a limited amount I can invest, and I'm in Canada. ETFs give me a way to access like U.S. stocks without paying foreign dividend tax. But if I was in the U.S., maybe I would go all individual stocks. You know, I don't think you need ETFs. I think you can go 100% individual if you want. I like ETFs as a foundation, though, especially the covered call ones. As just, and then I like to buy individual ones after that, which I think is more riskier and aggressive. But you don't need ETFs. You can go 100% individual stocks.
No, absolutely, man. And, you know, another thing is there's a lot of international companies that I can't really gain access to normally. So I have to get into the Vanguard. Like, for instance, I have to invest in the Vanguard International total stock ETF. And what that does is that basically allows me to gain exposure to 8,000 different international companies that are spread out across the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, ETFs are great. ETFs allow you the opportunity to truly get exposure to things that you may not easily get exposure to. And they're really nice. I do love ETFs a lot.
And he's asking about people say 60-40 bonds, 5% REITs, stuff like that. It's like, the truth is nobody knows. Nobody knows what the future is going to be. Nobody knows if bonds are the right move. Nobody knows. So I recommend trying to buy as many different things. Buy some REITs, buy some stock, buy some individual stock, buy some ETFs, buy a bit of everything. But anyone who tells you like these rules, no one really knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, and between Tim and I, none of this is financial advice between the two of us. Really just our philosophical opinions overall. And I will say this, though. I don't give two flying fucks about how my portfolio is weighted. I just don't care. You know, I'm pretty heavily exposed to stocks. I'm not going to lie, but I'm also heavily exposed to everything else, to bonds, to gold, to silver, to everything, to you name it. And I think it's just good to be spread out across every single asset class because you just don't know what the future holds in general. And look, I don't think stocks are going to go away anytime soon because first off, it's ownership of a company. Even if the stock market closed, every single share of every single company that you own is still ownership to you. It's under your name. So you don't need the stock market technically to own a piece of a company. Although the stock market gives you the ability to gain access to it, though. But
I was going to say, you don't even really need stocks. You could go 100% bonds if you want. If you've got enough money and you're like, I don't really need to make a lot of gains. I've got enough money for my lifestyle or whatever I want to do, buy stuff, retire, but you still want your cash just sitting there. You can go 100% bonds. No one's stopping you. And then it's like basically no risk. And, you know, it probably won't keep up with inflation, but it's also not, it's not going to stay at zero though either. So it depends on your situation. But there's no real rules like we were talking about. It's whatever you want to do, what fits your situation.
See, that's why I love dividend stocks, man, because a company that can grow over time and have growing earnings, it means also a growing dividend. And the problem with bonds is that they don't really grow. The principal stays pretty much the same.
It's basically just better than nothing. You know, you basically just keep up with inflation. Like he's saying, if I was a rich old man, I would probably do 80% bonds. Like I have a rich family member and he's got no stocks. He's got some physical real estate and the rest is all bonds. So
yeah. Some of these guys on Reddit, let's see YouTube make it sound like as if you buy several individual stocks, you're going to go bank. First, I mean, you can buy individual stocks and you can diversify yourself. Like you don't have to use an ETF to diversify. You can straight up, if you find great companies, you just want to own a share, you can start out with a share and you don't have to pay a commission fee, which is really nice. And you can just buy a share of every single company that you think is really good. But I still recommend, if you're really starting out, start out with ETFs, and then you can start adding to the pile by, getting individual stocks that you really like, and then go from there. But I think it's really stupid to be all in on one particular thing. I think it's really dumb. And, I think you gotta just spread out your risk as far as possible. Spread it out, and diversification allows you to spread out your risk. And that's the most important thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, so like I said, that's what I would do. I mean, you can go 100% anything, but if you can avoid that, like you're saying, that's what I would recommend. Like if you got to stop, say you think Starbucks is going to be great for the next 40 years and it's going to keep raising their dividend, you can go 100% Starbucks.
Tommy's like, of course you have a rich family member. You're Trump's son.
I'm Hunter Trump.
You're Trump. Yeah, I mean, we're basically, we're Trump disowned us though. Trump disowned me because Kamala makes me holla. And I'm also riding with Biden, so that's a problem. Daddy Trump doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't consider me a real son.
Or you got 7 watching now.
That's crazy, man. Wow.
I am Trump's son. I will say that to the 7 watching now. If you have any questions, post them now. Who cut off who? I don't know. But
wait,
yeah,
so,
post your Trump questions now.
So Tommy, there is a delay between Tim and I. So there is a possibility that we may cut each other off by accident, and I'm trying not to, at least. We're both trying not to cut each other off. We're doing our best, but
I was actually born Trump's daughter, and I transitioned, but I went the other way. I went female to male with a breast augmentation. I made my breast bigger for the male transition. Most people have them removed. I went the other way.
That's hot as hell.
Because no one was expecting it. Because now, everyone was expecting the other way. But daughter, damn, this gets weird. Yeah, this is a weird stream. Once you start to get in this world of rich people and like Tim Walz and stuff like that, it's going to get weird. So that's the thing about Tommy Long. Like, you got to diversify the people you listen to, too. It can't be all weird. You got to do like a little Skrelly sometimes, a little Asmongold.
Yeah, I'm going to be heading to Bohemian Grove here pretty soon with doing an Alex Jones is going to find me a Bohemian Grove and all those weird places that a lot of those super rich, wealthy guys hang out at.
Let's see if we can get Tommy on the stream. I'm going to give him this link. Let's see. Hey, Tommy, join the stream. Here's the link.
Tommy, you may have to enter the stream in manually on your browser because it's not like a clickable link.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Nice.
However you spell it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if this Tommy joins in. I wonder if lasagna's around.
I gotta admit, I am getting a little bit tired, so I don't know how much longer I can keep rolling. But
we just lost a viewer down to 6.
It's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with losing a little bit of viewership.
Sorry, it was too late to goggle his name, Tommy Long. There's been a lot of spelling issues tonight from people. But...
Yeah, I think people are just probably doing a lot of drugs. It's a problem. That's okay. Honestly, it's pretty easy to fat finger on a phone. So spelling errors can definitely happen on if they're typing from a phone.
Oh, now we're back up to 8. Oh, now we're down to 6.
Yeah, the viewership fluctuates. That's okay.
You know what? Let me change my name to Trump's son. That's the problem.
Oh.
Trump's.
Oh, Tommy's saying, do you guys think Kamala is sexy? I don't know. Nah, not really. I think like she's got a certain attitude I don't really like. She just seems very fake, and I objectively speaking, fake people just they frustrate me a little bit. So it'd be tough to get into that. Nah, I don't find her very appealing.
I mean, maybe if we're both drinking wine, like you can't just have her on wine. I need some vodka too.
You got to be the ultimate wine mom, man. You got to be the. Oh, that's funny.
Undocumented sons speak.
When she doesn't speak, of course. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, as long as she just doesn't start like. She just seems like such a chameleon, and I don't like it. It's so frustrating. It's like,
if you're gonna pick a lizard, maybe a gecko. It's like,
but she just tries so hard to. I don't know if it's like she's trying so hard to blend in with everybody, right? She'll start mimicking everybody's dialect, and and like I don't even think she's from the South, but she'll go into a room full of Southern people. She'll start saying y'all and stuff like that, and just kind of have that little drawl, that Southern drawl or whatever. It's like it's so frustrating. Tommy Long says, "What about Trump's wife?"
I think she might be undocumented. She never speaks. I almost never see her. That's because she doesn't speak English. That's why they don't put her in front of the camera.
But I mean, even when she does speak, she seems like she's pretty genuine. That's the thing. I really do. I do feel like there's a little bit of genuineness to her, some form of. I mean, there's some superficialness. Obviously, anybody who puts on that much makeup definitely has a superficial nature to them. But at the same time, I feel like she's definitely more authentic than Kamala. We're gonna do a comparison.
Yeah, I don't know. I got no problem with Melania. Who's crazy is Tim Walz's wife. Have you seen her?
No.
She talked about when there were like the BLM riots in Minnesota, how she kept her windows open all night because she enjoyed smelling like the burning like buildings or something like that.
Dude,
she had a wild interview.
So fucking God, I can't. The more I hear about Tim Walz and his fucking,
he's one of the weirdest people I've ever seen. But right before they picked him, they started talking about how JD Vance is weird. I'm like, that's okay. That's strange. They keep calling him weird. He doesn't seem weird. And then they bring out this Waltz guy. He's the weirdest person I've ever seen.
It's projection. They accuse you of what they are. And ain't that the truth? Ain't that the bloody truth, man? Holy shit.
Man. 2 hours. Yeah, it's like a Rogan podcast. We're going for a record.
I know.
2 hours, 37 minutes. What's your longest video?
Oh man, I'm pretty sure I've gone up to 3 hours on a video before, which is insane to me to think about because those are tough to do. Those are so tough to do. Holy crap.
Yeah, we got to do a November. Is it November 2nd or something? We'll do a November election live stream.
I feel like YouTube will find any excuse to kick me off if I do a live stream about the election, though. That's the thing. Like the moment I swear, every time we get close to election season and I start talking about how great Trump is and stuff like that, they find some sort of excuse to put like a community guideline strike on my channel so I won't upload or do live streams for a week. And it's like, it's basically they target me because I like Trump, and it's pretty stupid. It frustrates the hell out of me. I mean, I could always pretend like I'm a fan of Kamala's. Just do a Kamala Harris live stream, talk about how little she's accomplished, but see that as a positive thing. Just try to put a positive spin on it. Be like, oh man, it's funny, man. We don't live in a meritocracy at all. All people care about is what your skin color is. It's really weird.
Yeah, well, you're in Coos Bay. I'm just looking at. Let's see, how far are you away from some of these places? So you're there. So you're pretty far from. Sacramento, San Francisco. You're closer to Canada than you are San Francisco.
That makes sense.
And then
That
east
makes
of you is basically just forest for like thousands of miles.
Yeah, it's green as the eye can see, man. Oregon's got a lot of trees, man.
Basically, you've got to go hours, and then you hit Boise, and Boise's still Boise. If you keep going east, you've got to travel for days. Like, I'm just going directly east. You've got to travel for a week. Eventually, you hit Milwaukee. But between you and Milwaukee, it's mostly just forest.
That's so wild, dude. Holy shit.
Because you're on the same, like, you're like on the same parallel as like Chicago, Milwaukee area. But between you and them, it's just mountains and forests.
It's wild.
So you're safe. You're safe from a lot of riots where you are.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to like Washington. Now that I think about it, because it's so crazy how because I don't actually in all actuality I don't really live that far away from you, which is crazy to think about. Like,
you know what? We should go to Leavenworth for Oktoberfest. Do you know about Leavenworth, Washington?
So they do Oktoberfest in a city.
They built a German. They built a whole German village. That's what Leavenworth is.
Oh,
and
shit, really?
They have a giant Oktoberfest.
Dude, that sounds awesome. It's basically like a German style town.
Yeah, I knew this German guy where I was. He delivered Doritos in a truck, but he's from Germany, and he said he goes there every year.
Dude, that sounds awesome, dude. I would love to go down there just to like see what their pubs are like.
Yeah, Leavenworth for me is about a 3-hour drive.
You're really not that. That's wild, man. You're not that far.
Yeah, it's a little farther for you. It looks more like a 6-hour drive, but
yeah, it's still not that bad though. That's still pretty doable.
I think like you would have to take some weird roads. You would have to take the 97. You go through Yakima.
Oh yeah. It's funny. I found by the way, anybody who hates freeways like I do, because I fucking hate freeways. On my way to Portland, when you use Google Maps, here's what you do. You go to the settings in Google Maps, you check avoid highways. You'll still go through highways, but it'll basically prevent you from going on the freeway. And I took an entire route to Portland, not going on the freeway one single time. And it only took me an extra 45 minutes than normal, which in my opinion, I thought freeways give me massive anxiety. I cannot stand freeways.
What freeways? There's the 5. You would take the 5 or the 101?
I fucking hate the I-5. Like, I hate the I-5 with a passion. Like,
you would have to take the 101 to like Lincoln City and then make a right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could do it maybe without freeways.
I did the whole thing. I did the whole thing without freeways to get to Portland. So I'm pretty sure I could do that trip where you're talking about all the way without freeways, because there's always routes you can take without ever taking the freeway. It's slower, that's for sure, but Google's really good. As long as you uncheck, you got to also uncheck eco-friendly routes. So uncheck eco-friendly, make sure that you check avoid all highways. Or I should say avoid highways is what you should check. So check avoid highways, uncheck eco-friendly routes, because eco-friendly may still have you go on to freeways at some point. You want to if you want to avoid freeways completely, avoid highways, check, uncheck. I mean, I'm repeating myself a million times. I'm sounding like Kamala at this point. But uncheck eco-friendly. And, the children of the community are the children of the communities.
Man, well, in 30 days, I'm going to be flying over you on my way to Las Vegas.
Damn, dude, that's pimp.
Las Vegas. All right. Yeah, I can't believe I managed to get my phone in the Apple, or by taking the Apple Wallet. That's awesome. So,
hell yeah.
So there we go. Boom. Yeah, Canada. Like, I was making fun of you. Like, it's just forest and mountains. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm looking at Canada right now. Almost all of it's just forest and mountains. Like thousands of miles. Like where I am, if you go north, there's just nothing. It's just all the way to the North Pole. It's pretty much just forest.
It's wild, man.
Like if you let's see, where am I? I'm there. Yeah, I'm going north. There's like a little bit of a highway, but it's basically all the way to the North Pole. It's just forests and mountains. There's like no people or towns.
Damn, dude. Damn.
And then you just hit Russia eventually. Because most of Canada is right near the border, like in terms of population. So everything else, like there is people, but it's like there's not much. It's like not a lot of cities or whatever.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. So this guy doesn't want to join. The Tommy Long doesn't seem to want to join the stream, so screw him. Man.
Oh, that's okay.
Tommy Long. What happened to Tommy Chong?
I guess we could end the live stream now. I figure we've gone on long enough. I'm a little tired at the moment, but honestly, the viewership's been good. It'll probably get me a good amount of watch time hours, so that'll be.
Yeah,
nice.
I remember when I first started, I was getting you some big hits, and now it's not as much. But
yeah, the vertical live streams are helping though. These vertical ones, believe it or not, like I seem to get more consistent viewers. And a lot of people are probably watching from their phones, which is kind of cool. And they're kind of seeing us in this vertical on the phone, which is pretty cool. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Let's look at Tommy's last comments real fast. So she never speaks. I almost never see her. I agree. Can't lie. I get a download evil vibe from Kamala. Tommy says, random question. Do you guys have family member you just can't stand? I got a couple of them. But let's see. You got any family members you can't stand, Tim?
I thought about it. Not really. I mean, I got some I avoid because they're kind of out of control, but I wouldn't say I can't stand them. Because I can't be around them for legal reasons. Because like I got a job where you can't have like a criminal record, and they could pop off at any time and just like break off a beer bottle and start trying to stab someone, and then I'm like involved in the melee or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You don't know what they're gonna do, so I just can't be around them for those reasons.
Oh, I see.
But,
that makes sense.
But it's not that I necessarily can't stand them. So.
And then Tommy says, I thought I was the only one. Even worse at night when raining. I avoid highways sometimes, even if shorter. Highways are at least not like. You can go 55 miles per hour and it's acceptable on a highway, which is nice if you need to. With freeways, man, it's like everybody's going 65. Everybody's switching lanes. It's so chaotic. I personally hate freeways. I really do. I will take the longer route. I will use more gas if I have to, just to avoid the fucking freeway. I'll tell you that. Let's see. Tommy says, does he live with his dad? I swear I just saw Trump behind him giving a thumbs up. Wait, which one of us? You talking about Tim or are you talking about me?
Trump popped in and gave a thumbs up.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
Yeah, well, Trump just did Theo Vaughn's show. He's been doing a lot of shows.
Dude, I didn't see the full episode. I was able to catch like 20 minutes of it, but I was listening to it while I was doing some dishes. And that was friggin' great. I was like, I'll say what?
He was with Aiden Ross, which apparently was a big deal. I didn't know who that was, but apparently Aiden Ross is big.
Yeah, he's pretty big with the younger kids. He's kind of younger himself. But I think what's happening is Trump realizes that the real media, the real attention he needs to get is not through CNN, not through the mainstream media, but through the podcasts.
Yeah.
Through the podcasts, through YouTubers, through everything. He's basically saying, hey, let's hit the cycle. Let's see how many YouTubers we can talk to. Let's see how many people we can reach. Because, dude, he's reaching so many people. And what's great is people are finally seeing how human he is. Because the media paints this picture of him as this crazy wannabe dictator. And I don't buy it for a second. I don't buy it, man. And I love that he's being humanized out there. That makes me happy.
That never made sense to me when they went the whole dictator thing. It's like, you're telling me the guy from the Domino's pizza commercial is going to be a dictator? Like, of all the people, like I can understand the Clintons or like other people, like the Bush family, but that guy, the guy from The Apprentice, who does like Domino's commercials and goes on like talk shows, that's the guy who's going to be like some crazy dictator. It doesn't make any sense. Like
Yeah.
they just sprung that on him out of nowhere, and just like what is that? Where are you getting this from? Like I'm not even necessarily against. Like he should have been more forceful than he was with his policies. He wasn't dictatorial enough. But it's just strange that, like, of all the labels, like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, you can, like, there's stuff you can criticize him for, like, maybe he's not strong enough on his own policies. He only built part of the wall, like, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't see it that way. They're like, no, he's a radical extremist. In what way? When he says make America great again, he means the 1980s. Like, that's his reference point.
Yeah.
It's like, are you saying the 1980s were too crazy for you? Like, so going to the video store and renting Ghostbusters and taking your BMX bike down the street, like, what did people do in the 80s? Like, that was too insane for you? Listening to, who's it, Duran Duran? Hungry Like a Wolf is too Nazi-like for these people. It's like, it's so strange. Like, that's what they came up with. But
it's funny because Trump promotes individualism. He's the ultimate individual, if you think about it. And
that's what he said about why he likes boxing and UFC. He's a fan because he's like, because when you're in there, you can't rely on anyone but yourself.
Yeah.
It's not a team sport. And he likes that part of it. So.
That's so cool to hear. I don't know why. It's really cool to hear that, because as much as I do like team sports like basketball and stuff, but yeah, there is a certain appeal to things like boxing and mixed martial arts because it is a one-on-one match. It's 1v1, man. It's just you against this other person. And it's really an individual effort at the end of the day. Sure, you had your other people who worked with you to get you strength trained and all that. But when you're in there, you are the one you're the man in the arena. You're the person who's doing what needs to be done to win the match or lose the match, depending on the outcome. But like, individualism matters. The effort of the individual matters. And I think we're so focused on the group these days that we don't focus on the individuals themselves. And
well, that's the whole thing. Like at my work, they rearranged everything because I don't know, they're still figuring out from the pandemic and all that. Anyway, they downsized our building, so they're pushing everyone into less floors and they're renting other floors. But anyway, the whole new thing now is that you don't have your individual cubicle with like some pictures and plans and stuff like that. Now it's you show up and you take whatever cubicle you find that's free. And then if you've got to go to a meeting or something, you pack up your laptop and you go to the meeting, and then you come back, and if someone's in your cubicle, you take another cubicle. It's basically completely depersonalized in any way. There's no more individuality allowed at my job, which is funny because we just had a meeting about that, and I didn't tell them this. I didn't want to talk about it, but it's just kind of funny because I think that's the goal, is just to be like, that's what they want, which fine. Like I said, it's the same with masks. It's like, you're paying me, I'll do whatever you want. It's your money. But it's just kind of funny. But like, because before people had their cubicles like completely like tricked out with like 100 things in them. I had like statues in mine and like posters and lights. And some other woman had hers. It was all Hello Kitty. And like someone else had like 50 things, like action figures in there. But now that's all gone. It's just like completely... it's everyone's the same, and you just move around, and it's no big deal. First of all, I asked my manager, I'm like, did they get this idea from Airbnb? It sounds like every cubicle is just an Airbnb now you show up in, but it's really funny.
man, dude, that's good shit, though. I mean, that's how it was before we left the office for my job.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. We kind of had our own spots, which was nice, but if we were like running low on spots for whatever reason, we would have to just kind of do a free for all. Just whatever's there is there. Just take it, log into your stuff, and call it good. But yeah, that's freaking wild. I am kind of glad though that I have that I work remotely.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've got the next few days off, which is great. I'm still on vacation and stuff, so it's nice to be away from work for a bit. I still might do a little bit of DoorDash while I'm on vacation, though, just for the sake of it, because DoorDash is a great way to make extra money. So see how well I do. See, Tommy says Obama's wife talks too much. She's annoying. Let's see. I bet Tommy also says, I bet Trump has a sexy undocumented maid from Mexico. Tommy also says the 1980s was awesome. The title is really funny. I'm afraid of what will happen if Kamala wins. Are you? I'm a little bit, yeah, because I don't want socialism, and we already have a lot of socialist programs in America. I don't want it to get even worse. You know, let's avoid that, please. But I don't know. What are you afraid of Kamala wins, man? What do you think? What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, I just think that it could be one of those things where it's got to get so bad before it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like pulling back a slingshot. It's like, you know, it's just more tension. Like Biden, Kamala gets put back for like more and more and more. That's what happened in Canada. Like our opposition leaders to like Justin Trudeau, we had 2 in a row that were just horrible, like just extremely weak, and they lost to him in both elections. And then finally after that, things got so bad, they finally found like a strong leader to go against him. And now in the next election, Trudeau's party is going to get completely wiped out, which will probably happen next year. So sometimes things got to get so bad that people realize like, what the hell are we doing? Sometimes it takes a while for people to figure it out. Like, I don't know why they need that. I don't need that. It's like, I can usually see what's coming before, but the average person, sometimes it takes a while for them to like, get mugged in front of the grocery store, or like get like their house broken into, or like, who knows, they lose their job and then like, hey, what the hell is going on? And then they got to pay attention. A lot of people don't pay attention until it really hits them. So that can take some time. So the thing about Kamala is it's like, it'll be a disaster, probably. But it's only going to be either way. It's probably better in the long term. Sometimes things got to get really bad to be better in the long term. The thing is about Trump, like Curtis Yarvin. I like Curtis Yarvin. He's a monarchist and he wants Trump to like become like a king kind of thing. But he's like the problem. No. But he's like the problem is Trump's not the kind of person who wants to do that. But the thing is, they might force him to do that. Because he talked about Roman emperors, like Julius Caesar had to cross the Rubicon to become an emperor kind of thing. It's like, well, the Rubicon might cross Trump. It's like between all the trials they put him under and him, they try to shoot him in the head and all this other stuff. They may push him to a point where he's like, I got no choice but to take total control over everything, which, is what Curtis Yarvin wants. But, but the thing is like, yeah, so the bottom line is just, you could keep getting more and more basically third world until someone just says, okay, no more, and the people have had enough, and the people kind of rise up. But yeah, we don't know how bad it can be though. Like if this might be as bad as it needs to get. Maybe it's Kamala, maybe it's someone after her. We don't know yet. And then what does that look like after that? Do states start separating? I assume Texas would separate first, and then other states join them. It's like we don't know what's going to happen in the long term. But either way, I think U.S. has enough guns and enough states' rights that they can separate and do their own thing. So I think either way in the long term, it'll probably be good. Like I recommend Trump, but if you're not going to do that, it's going to be rough. But in the long term, it could be, it could be okay.
Yeah.
At some point, reality has to hit. Like the thing about a lot of like social justice warriors and stuff is a lot of them are really young in college. And then what wakes them up is reality. Because at some point they get to a certain age, like apparently that's what's been happening like the last week on the internet is like Gen Z is realizing how much they're having to pay in taxes for the first time. And like, I've had $4,000 just fly out the door. And it's like, that's like what they're all talking about. So eventually, whether it's having kids or paying taxes or whatever, trying to buy a house or get an apartment, eventually these people get hit with reality. And then it's like, so we'll see. It's just a race against time. Kamala versus reality. Which is going to hit first?
Oh man, yeah. It's one of those things, man. Like, people are taxed way too much. Like it really. I think about it sometimes, and I look at, for instance, I'll give you an example. I make about $18 an hour, and I calculated it. I only see out of that $18 per hour,
Yeah.
I only see about $13.50 of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me how much I'm getting taxed. And
how much you say? $13?
Yeah. I get paid $18 an hour, but like I said, I see that's per, and I calculated on a per just a biweekly basis, but I only see about $13 and actually I think about $13.50 of it is what I actually get to take home after the government withholds some of it for themselves. So it's like it's wild. It's wild to me sometimes.
Well, I just calculated mine. I take home about $20.60, probably about $21 an hour. But that's not only taxes. I get a tons of all kinds of deductions.
Is that how much you get to take home?
Yeah, that's how much I take home is about
That's
$21. But the thing is, we also get like a union. We have to pay union dues. We've got to pay. We got healthcare, dental. We got to pay into like a pension plan, and plus we got like federal taxes, provincial. So we get tons of deductions on the paycheck. But what I actually take home is about $21 an hour.
That's so. Yeah, you actually if we were going by the U.S. scale, the United, just the
so that's 21 Canadian.
Yes, so that'd be $15.45 in U.S. dollars. So, yeah, comparatively, I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, so I mean, I get but we get all kinds of stuff in my job, like healthcare, dental. We get like a pension when you turn 60. You get more if you wait till you're 65. So you get like you get a bunch of stuff, but it is still a lot. It's still a lot of deductions.
No, absolutely, man. Dang.
But in the US, yeah, it's like Trump's son lives in Canada. Awesome. Why don't you do overtime? Paying taxes, not worth it. That's even funny. That's the thing. Yeah. No, this guy's right. Why even do overtime anymore? Like I'm gonna like act for someone in a different position at the end of this month. I told him, don't do the paperwork on it. I'll just do it anyway, but don't like do any HR stuff because last year we did that a whole bunch. And at the end of the year, I had to pay like an extra $800 on my taxes because there was all this. See, I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just do the work. Don't do any extra paperwork where I get paid more. I don't want to pay more because the year before I paid like $150 or something in taxes at the end of the year, And then last year I paid like $800 or $900. I'm just like, what the hell happened? So because I was acting like maybe it worked out to be better in the long run. I don't know, but I told him just forget it. So. Yeah. All right, we hit 3 hours. We did it.
We did the 3 hour stream. I dig it, dude. And this has been fun. I honestly just like I always say, man. I just enjoy. I enjoy shooting the shit with you, man. I really do. Just chilling out like this, even if we're just chilling out with also random people in the chat. I think it's fun, man. And one of these days, if you end up in like maybe like a city near me or something like that, if you're going to an event, I'll probably try meeting you out there somewhere and we'll grab.
Yeah, why don't we try for the next? We'll try for the next Pumpkins tour next year.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Let me see. Because this year they're not really anywhere near you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean they're going to Spokane, Portland. I guess I could have gone to Portland. But no, see, those are like with the Green Day tour, and I didn't want to go to the Green Day tour. I wanted like the Pumpkins on their own with their own opening bands.
Yeah.
So I could have gone to. I guess I could have gone, but you're not anywhere near Spokane. Like you weren't anywhere near
Spokane,
anywhere.
Washington's. Well, let's see.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be a bit of a drive, that's for sure. But
so you weren't really anywhere near they were going this year. But next year they're not going to be like opening for Green Day or something. So if they go to Portland or something like that, maybe I'll go hit up Portland. I
am a little disappointed in myself. I didn't get when I was in Portland. The Foo Fighters were playing on Friday, and I feel like an idiot because I do love them as a band. And the tickets were just like $70 or whatever. Yeah. Well, I think for like the shittiest tickets were $70, and I'm a little bit pissed at myself for not going because I think that would have been fun as fuck. But also it's Portland, and Portland. I'm not gonna lie, I always feel like when I'm walking around Portland, I'm about ready to get shot by somebody. I fucking hate the streets of Portland.
Were they playing at Providence Park, the soccer arena?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Yeah, they're playing at like the Providence Park or something like that. And yeah, I could have pulled the trigger and bought some tickets. I could have bought a ticket and gone and seen it with my brother or something like that. My brother decided not to go either. We were heavily considering it though. We're just like, damn, dude, motherfucking Foo Fighters. I mean, they'll probably come back to Oregon at some point, but it would have been kind of neat to see the Foo Fighters live though. That would have been sick as fuck.
I mean, Providence Park is pretty much right downtown Portland, so that's kind of rough.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. I'm not gonna lie. If they were playing in Bend, Oregon. So the thing is, I prefer Bend as far as bigger cities go, because I mean, Bend, I'm not gonna lie, is full of woke people, but like it's also not completely off the deep end, you know? Like there's a lot of people in Portland who are just totally just suck. I can't stand them. They're violent, but like people in Bend are at least tame-esque. I'd say at least tamer. So if I was to go to a concert, I prefer Bend, because the last concert I went to, oddly enough, was a Tenacious D concert in Bend last year.
Was that last year?
It was last. Well, maybe it was. It might have been sooner than that. It just feels like last year because it felt like it was so long ago. But it might have been like
Pumpkins played Bend 2 years ago, but I couldn't go because I didn't have a passport yet. I never got my passport, I think, until like recently. So.
Yeah. So I can't remember when we went to the event. It might have been more than a year ago, actually, when we went to see the Tenacious D and everything. Yeah, it's too bad they're. Well, I think they're just on hiatus at the moment, but you know, it would have been. It was a really cool concert, though. Pretty good. And then there's still one of these days I'll see the Foo Fighters, though. There's a couple other bands I definitely want to see. Incubus, Our Lady Peace. You know me, I love my Our Lady Peace. I love my Canadian alternative rock.
I went to a festival in 2000 here that had Our Lady Peace and Foo Fighters. I saw them
cool,
both.
dude. You saw? Oh man, I'm kind of jealous that you got to see at least Our Lady Peace, though. I love them more than the Foo Fighters. Like, I mean, I love them both, but if I was to like choose, I would definitely choose Our Lady Peace over Foo Fighters for sure.
Yeah, it was year 2000, and it was like Pumpkins were headlining. It was their final year before they broke up, and then it was Our Lady Peace kind of put on the festival, though. And then it was like Foo Fighters, the Deftones.
That is so fucking sick, dude. Hell yeah.
It was Treble Charger. Sum 41 was the opening band. They had just started. They're only around for like a month. Yeah, so they're playing on the little side stage, so you can see them over there.
Oh man, that'd be fun. That sounds like a fun fucking concert. Especially that's like in their prime, by the way. That's like their prime years.
Yeah, that was the year 2000, summer 2000. I was at.
Damn.
But yeah, I guess I did see him live. I forgot about that. But yeah, it was cool.
Some good music right there. But yeah, dude, and that's during like that's actually before they got big in America. Well, I wouldn't say big in America, but they got really noticed in America. Was in 2003 when they came out with the album. What was it? Gravity. Gravity was the name of the album, and it had a lot of good singles. But
yeah, that's what was out of the. Yeah, that might have been like, so they did that song. I remember.
Damn, dude, that's freaking awesome. But yeah, it'd be cool to see the Pumpkins live. Actually, it would be pretty neat. As I do, there's a few songs that I've heard of theirs that I do particularly like. Can't remember the titles at the moment, but there's a few singles that they have music videos for that I've heard, and I think I should probably listen to more of their music because they actually do have some pretty decent music overall. I found out my uncle's a big fan of the Smashing Pumpkins, though. I was taught my brother doesn't like the Smashing Pumpkins. He's not a big fan of the lead singer. He thinks he doesn't like the lead singer's attitude. But my uncle's like, dude, Smashing Pumpkins are incredible, dude. He's like, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them tonight. The Pumpkins. They're in Iowa tonight, and then they play. Then they're in Cincinnati with Green Day tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Milwaukee, and then they're in Simpsonville, South Carolina. This YouTuber named Asherella is a super Pumpkins fan, and she's from like Asheville, North Carolina. She's going to the South Carolina show tomorrow.
Nice.
In Atlanta, blah
Hell
blah
yeah.
blah. They're playing the SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, September 14th. Oh, that's the night of the UFC is going to be at the Sphere in Las Vegas. They're doing the Sphere for a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That's going to be a crazy show.
Hell yeah.
And then, yeah, I was going to say about UFC. Oh, they're coming to Canada in a couple months. I thought about going. It's in Edmonton, though. I'd have to fly. I'll probably forget it, but yeah, Pumpkins and Green Day are in Portland, September 25th. They're at Providence Park in Portland.
Dude, hell yeah.
So that's what's going on. Yeah, they're touring, and yeah, the Vegas show is almost sold out. There's less than 100 tickets left, and there's still a month before the show. So I'm glad I got mine like right away.
Man, I dig it, man. I dig it. Yeah, I should probably go. I'm just a little tired. I'm probably gonna make myself a quick meal. Probably something simple. But I need to. By the way, what was that gal's name that Lasagna wanted me to? Is it Erica R?
Yeah, Erica R. Try and contact Erica R. Let me see if I can find her.
I think I'm just gonna. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do reaction videos to Erica R. I think I'm just gonna
There's
react.
an Erica R on Instagram, but you can't really.
I think I'm just gonna react. I'm just gonna do reaction videos to her stuff. Like, just be like, just kind of react to all sorts of her videos and be like, "What the hell am I watching? What the?"
Yeah, there's a few Erica R's, but the only one she's got is YouTube. So yeah, do some Erica R reactions.
That'd be funny, dude. I'd love it. That'd be great. Especially on the vertical live stream. Erica R reactions would be pretty dope.
Here's what you do. Do an Erica R reaction marathon. That's like a 3-hour video of you reacting to her videos.
Oh man, that'd be
yeah, that's weird.
That would be torture for not only myself but the audience.
Yeah, there's no way to contact her, which is weird. Erica Nicole? Her name seems to be Erica Nicole.
Yeah.
But there's no way to find her. I don't know.
Damn,
is this
dude.
her? There's other Erica Nicoles, but they're not hers. So. Who's this? I don't know. Some workout lady. Yeah.
One of these days, though, I need to do a live session where well, actually, real quick, I there's this AI songwriting program that does instrumentals as well, and I now have background music that I can use for the Butt Boys.
I saw your songs. I forgot to mention that.
So it's funny because and now you can remove the vocals on there. So now I have instrumentals. So I can make my own vocals with royalty-free background music, right? So I can start the Butt Boys as a one-man band, and that I had to replace all my band members with AI because they were about ready to kick me out of the band. So I kicked all of them out of the band first, and then I used AI to replace them. Is the backstory for the Butt Boys? I love coming up with these fake ass backstories for my fake ass bands that I come up with. But yeah, the Butt Boys needed a kick in the rear end. So
that's funny, man. No, I heard those songs. I'm like, that must be AI, but that's pretty good though.
It's crazy. All of it's AI. Even those vocals that you heard in some of those songs were all AI. And it's all royalty-free music, so you can basically use any of the songs that you want to your content and to your heart's content. And I love it, man. That's why I'm coming up with so many background songs now, and then I'm gonna just come up with a whole album of AI generated background, drums and guitar and all that shit. And then it's just gonna be me coming up with my own lyrics and making these ridiculous songs. My first song is going to be called it's going to be about the bathmate, my hydro cock pump, and it's going to be kind of a hard motivational rock about how you got to keep pumping, how you got to keep dumping your load, after. That's going to be basically it's going to be a horrible description about how to use the bathmate in extreme circumstances as well. So, how to use the bathmate in public,
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a hydro cock pump. I'm very proud of it. It's I know I really do like it. I own one. I'm not even kidding about this. It sounds like I am, but I'm not. So I do own a hydro cock pump. It uses water as the medium to it's basically a safer way of doing a vacuum on the wiener. And and then you just have I was thinking about demonstrating. So I was thinking about demonstrating it by. You're gonna hate this. I was gonna put water in it, but suction cup it to my stomach or my my stomach or something, and then do a live video demonstration about what it looks like when the wiener expands. But instead of an actual wiener, I'm just gonna put a banana or something in there, and then so. It's going to be very disturbing. It's going to be gross, really, but not.
No, this is what's going to lure Erica R in. His videos like that.
Oh yeah, or keep her far away. Oh man, I feel like I'm the Tom Green of introverts. You know what I mean? I feel like I do a lot of. I want to start filming myself doing strange things that I do. Things that I think about, but I want to actually do them in private, but not really in private because there'll be a camera recording me doing these creepy things, these weird things. Right. And it's kind of the goal, at least.
Yeah, it's just we'll see. The possibilities are endless. We'll see what happens. See what happens in YouTube.
Yeah. But we'll probably have to cut it short, my man. Do you have any final thoughts though before we end the stream?
No, let's see. Tommy Long says, great show, guys. Wonder who you'll interview next. Who's 6 watching? Man.
Yeah, I kind of neglected Tommy on this one. Hold on, let's see. 90s rock was the best. Early MTV. Not might have to move in with Trump's son. My landlord sucks. I hope house prices go down soon. Trump's son lives in Canada. Awesome. Yep. Okay, let's see.
Wouldn't that have been the greatest reality show ever? Because Barron Trump, Trump's tall son, he's going to college next year. How about this? A reality? Remember when I showed you I'm with Busey? Yeah. How about this? I'm with Hunter. And it's Hunter Biden taking Barron Trump under his wing and showing him how to live in his first year of college. And Hunter moves into the dorm with him. And they share a dorm at the college.
That would be the ultimate reality show, man.
That would be crazy.
Oh my God, that'd be great, dude. Holy shit. I'd watch that. That'd be great. Just watch Hunter do a line off some hookers. But,
I'm with Hunter.
Oh man. Well, anyway, Tim, I'll let you go, man. I'm tired as hell. I gotta get something to eat real quick. But dude, just have an incredible night, and thanks for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate it.
All right, sounds good. I always can't find the leave button. Okay, now I found it.
Oh, it's all good.
All
right, later, man.
We'll see you later.
All right, see you later, Tim.
Okay,
bye.
Bye.
All right, boys. I'm out, boys and girls. Thank you guys for viewing. All the viewers who decided to watch this awesome stream. Appreciate y'all. And I'm out.